good eyes. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Picnic Table Chat Show. This is episode 2 of season 3, and I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone for signing in. We've got people here on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, so a massive welcome to everyone joining us in the community. Thank you for signing in. Tonight, I've got with me, well, they're not actually here yet, so whenever they sign in, guys, sign in because you're being really slow. I'm gonna have with me BigRoss and KB Ants when they get here. But until then, you can chat to me. That's not an issue. We've always got loads to chat about, as you know. So tonight, after the stream, if you're part of my Discord channel, we're going to be doing the giveaway thingy, majigger, that thing. We're going to be drawing the prize. To be in that, you would have had to have joined already, and basically, it's like it's done off your amount of points you've got from chatting. So if you haven't been there, you're not going to be able to win it. But that's going to be drawn tonight after the stream. So make sure if you're part of that, get on over after the stream and we'll have a little look. What else have we got going on? Oh, yeah. If you want to get involved in the stream, if you want to get involved in the picnic table streams, give me a message or go on the website. There's a form on the website that you can fill in, and it will just send me all the details that I need to know to really pull off a good interview. There you go. It'll be awesome. But right now, I've got Big Ross with me, so we're going to say hello to Big Ross.
Yo.
Hello, buddy. Do you want to say a good hello and introduce yourself quickly to everyone who doesn't know who you are?
All right. Hello, everybody. My name's Big Ross. I'm a content creator from the northeast of the UK, 27 years old, and I'm pushing into a year now for Antkeeping.
Yeah. How's it going for you? What ants do you currently keep?
I have Lasius Niger, Flavus, Mesa Wasmani, Barbarus, 2 Rubra colonies, Campanotus Singularis, Feds, just getting 3 Nico Queens today. What else? Minica Rabida, Crematigasta Scutulus. I have a Herculeanus Queen. I think that's it. I think.
Right, it's grown a lot since we last interviewed you, hasn't
it? Mate, it has.
Look at that. That is stunning. And you've changed your camera angle just so we can see it as well.
Yes, mate. I used to have the camera on the secondary monitor. I've changed it over to the side, so yeah, nice look in the background.
Much better, to be honest. I mean, we could just get rid of you altogether and just...
To me, I'm happy with that. I'll go take my beer and sit downstairs.
Yeah. So, what is your biggest colony at the moment, buddy?
I would say it is my 7 Queen Rubra colony in the natural setup. Yeah. Of course, I haven't seen them for a long time. This is what workers are above ground. I see the odd one that tunnels across the glass. And obviously from there, I would say would be my Feds or my 2nd Rubra colony.
Yeah. The Campanotus, I can never pronounce it properly, so I'm just going to say the Feds. How do you find them? They're quite fast growing, aren't they? For Campanotus especially.
Yeah, I had a little brood pile. They came with some smaller eggs, a few larvae and pupae. They were an all right established sized colony when I got them anyways. I had some majors and stuff.
Nice.
So all the pupae and larvae have all turned into the workers now, but the egg batch that I had is now a small larvae stage. But they're a beautiful species. Like they're like a nice yellowy, orangey type color. And the gastas, when you give them the sugars to fill up nice and bright, so you can change them colors all the time. I've just put some of the Ant Ladies new stuff in the day. So we got some strawberry lemonade in there the day. So I've just give the new colonies some of that. So I wait to see the gastas turn red.
Yeah. Are they going for? Is it like good stuff? I haven't used it yet.
I've tasted it. It's nice.
Yeah. That's good enough for me. I say you can usually smell the quality of it, can't you?
Every time I would take the lid off the like one of the Outworlds when I had the cotton candy, all you would smell was candy floss. Absolutely brilliant. But I haven't tried this one yet. Blueberry raspberry. Was it blue raspberry?
Yeah.
I'll do a shot for the boys. It's actually nice. I'm not even joking. Like, I'm not just saying this. It's actually nice.
yeah. No, I don't doubt. They're designed to be amazing, aren't they? They're just basically sugar.
Yeah, well, it does say not for humans, but I thought today I'm just going to take one for the team, and I'm just going to give it a blast, like, and see what it's about.
Yeah, well, if you get poisoned on stream, it will only help me, so it's not an issue here.
Yeah, mate, it'd be fine if I had some earlier. I went a little bit wobbly, but I was alright.
Right, well, we have got KB here now, so we're going to welcome KB. Hello, buddy, you all right?
Hello. Nice to see you.
Do you want to introduce yourself for anybody who's not met you before, not seen you before?
I'm Callum, and I've got the YouTube channel KB Ants.
So how long have you been keeping ants?
About 5 years, I think, something like that.
About 5 years, so quite a long time compared to BigRoss.
Yeah.
And
Thanks.
how many colonies do you currently have?
About 15, I think, but I've downsized a bit since the baby and stuff like that, just to save a bit of space. That's all.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. That's fair. We were just talking about big colonies as well. Do you have any particularly large colonies at the moment?
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. Like,
I've got the Tetramorium bicarinatum, which are huge. They're massive. And then I've got the Monomorium subopacum. They're huge as well.
Yeah, they're just ridiculous, aren't they?
Yeah, they're my two biggest colonies at the minute.
Yeah. What sort of size are the Monomorium getting to?
Oh, they're probably about 1,000 workers at the minute. Wow. Probably more, to be honest. They're just obviously they're so small. It's hard to determine how many there is. They're in one of the IKEA, the big IKEA outwells, the biggest one you can get. And they're in that, and when obviously you not nudge it or anything like that, it's just covered. It's the floor of it is black, so you can sort of imagine how many ants there is, because they're only tiny little things, aren't they? So
yeah, tiny. So you've got absolutely loads there.
Yeah, definitely.
So I was gonna ask you guys, do you prefer big ants or smaller ants? Like, because you've got obviously quite a few of each.
For me,
go ahead, Callum. Go on, you go ahead first, mate.
For me, it's more how fast they grow. If they're big and they grow fast, I'll happily keep them. But the chances are it's normally the smaller species that grow fast and breed within the nest and all that jazz. So it's normally them I tend to go with, to be honest. Yeah.
I would actually agree with that one. At first, obviously my first ever ones was the usual Nassius niger, and it was just like slow, like it was rather slowly grown. And I started getting bigger species. I used to like zoom in with my phone to like watch them from my phone, like up close. And I used to buzz off that. And then when I first got like my largest ants, I was like, right, this is mint. Like I like large ants now, but yeah, like you say, it's just slow growing. I got them Crematigastas, and how fast they're growing, it's just absolutely crazy. Like, so like I buzz off them. Just I like looking at them when they're big because you get to see more of them. But the faster they're growing, like you get a better buzz, I think.
Yeah.
Right, I'm not being ignorant. I'm just going to share the stream on my Instagram, okay? So if I'm looking down, I'm not asleep.
No, that's completely fine, man. You do whatever you need to do. Thank you for sharing it.
I'm going to get this on video as well. Smile. Hey, bunch.
Oh, dear. So with me, I'm not really sure. I don't mind if they're slow growing as long as they're sort of rewarding to watch. Like, so I quite enjoy the larger ants because they're easier to see, basically. Like you say, I used to have to zoom in on my phone, and that's actually how the YouTube channel started, was because I was filming it on my phone just to be able to watch it. So I think I do prefer the larger ants, but I'm not adverse to anything, as we know.
I think Nicobransis is a good happy medium. Obviously, they're big size and they grow fast. So I think in that case that they're ideal, aren't they? You can see them easily, but they grow quickly. So yeah.
Do you think Nicobransis ever get out of control though? Because people get them as like their first exotic colony, they can get really out of hand.
They can, yeah. Especially when you get these multiple queen colonies and stuff like that. I think the ant lady showed me a video of of this Nico colony that someone she knew had, and they had to get rid of them because it was so big and it took up so much space. It's unreal. So I don't think it's probably ideal for beginners. Like for a beginner exotic species, you probably want something that doesn't grow out of control. I'd imagine. Well, that's what I'd recommend.
See, what I was thinking as well, though, right? Surely you can control the growth of them by the protein at the intake.
Yes.
Yeah. You
So,
can do
like, so obviously, if they're growing and you're giving them food, and they're taking the food and they're growing and they're growing, surely you can just slow down at the like lessen the amount that they're given for slow down the growth of the brood and stuff. Like I was saying it to Charlie the other day as well, when I was talking to Charlie about it, because Charlie was panicking. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm getting 2 queens. Like, what? How are we gonna do?" But I see they're in the wild, and just see that you've got an area like this, and just see the Nicos are in the middle, and they're growing out and growing out. Obviously, once they run out of food, they're not going to in that area. I just say they hit the full expansion, and they've ate all the food in that area, and they're not traveling no further. They're not exactly going to keep growing. They haven't got the protein intake. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So surely they must have to you must have to be able to give them like a stable amount of protein for them to be able to continue growing. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, you can control it, but then it tends to get they get angrier and try looking for ways out more, and you know what I mean. They're harder to keep the less you feed them, basically.
I had the spray as well, don't they?
Pardon?
The spray as well.
Yes.
Like
yes.
That's it. Yeah. See, I was curious on whether I should go for another natural setup for the Nicobarensis, because I was thinking obviously if they're in like something like that where it's got like the plants and stuff in, that might help with like oxygen inside the setup. So like it's just say if I was to knock the table now and they all kicked off and started spraying everywhere and they all gassed themselves out, what if they're in a natural setup where it's humid inside, but obviously the plant thing is going to like give her like an oxygen kind of vibe? Like, would that help it in any way? I was just curious the other day.
It possibly could. I mean, in my natural setups, I quite often have a fan, like a small little desk fan, or I think it's actually a computer fan for inside.
They're like little USB type ones. Yeah,
that sort of thing, and it just creates
that
bit of airflow.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, otherwise, like, because the big tank is so humid all the time, like the dives like it like in the 90s. Stop showing off your muscles.
Tell them, Callum.
I'm not. I'll leave you boys to it.
Go on, Howie. You've done strongman events. Howie, get your arms out. Don't be scared.
He's got the biggest.
Go on, get your arms out. Give us a look.
That way.
Give us a look. Can't even see your arms, man. They're behind the mic. Right, I'm gone.
If we're seeing who's got the biggest belly, I win. So one thing.
The amount of beer I'm taking in lately, mate, I'm telling you, I'll not be far off.
That's really like completely taken me off of the subject that we were on. What were we on about? Yeah, so in there,
what about there?
Yeah, right. So that's actually a good point. So, good evening, everyone who's joining on stream. The numbers are just going up and up and up. So I just thought I'd say good evening, everybody. Charlie's saying, "Do Nico's spray?" Now that is a good
Charlie.
Point. I thought they do, but I can't actually remember if Nico's do. Most Campanotus don't spray, do they? They have.
They've got formic acid, but they don't spray it like.
Yeah,
say formica spray. Whereas
So how did Nico's do it? Because didn't Hoods do that before? His all sprayed or something. There was like a mass diet or some shit like that, or someone's had a diet or something through spraying or some shit.
Possibly. Formica regularly do that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, I've got myself a Formica colony at the moment, and I'm dreading it. So I've put in some airflow and all of that already, simply because I think they probably will gas themselves if they can.
Yeah.
So how do the Nicos do it then? Like, how do they do their like acid?
I think it's more like a secretion rather than a force.
So they just get scared and shit themselves basically and run away.
No, it's like a controlled area where they do it, but it's not with the force. Like formica actually spray
it's
it
a
out.
Controlled shite.
Yeah.
That's funny. Hey, they've got a controlled area. That's great. That like. No, but anyways, Calm, I think this is the first time I've spoken to you on a voice chat since you've had the bane, mate. So congratulations to you, brother.
Yeah,
Cheers,
congratulations, KB.
Cheers.
I don't drink, but I've got my relentless.
It's even worse again. Goth juice. I love that shit on the morning.
It's so bad. Like I normally avoid it like the plague, but I did need a sugar rush. So about half an hour before the stream, I just flew over to the shop and got a can.
I know we get a few on the way to work in the morning. Like
I also got a big bag of those squish 'em things. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, the little white and pink 40.
Yeah,
nice,
those ones.
Yeah. Trouble is, you just get through them like something chronic, don't you? You just can't stop eating them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I
haven't even got teeth, and I still plow through them.
Sucks the life out of them.
Yeah.
Jordan wasn't happy last night because obviously, like, my partner, she's type 1 diabetic. So we've got like a drawer on the side of the bed that's like full of sweets. Well, usually. And I opened it last night and there was like one packet of Tan Plastics in. I was like, oh, I'm digging that, like.
I'll replace it later.
Right, I'll do that, like.
So, guys, what's the most painful ant bite that you've ever had? Ant bite, ant sting.
I'm a virgin.
You're a virgin. Have you not had anything yet?
Not yet.
Oh.
No, I don't think I've had out major, to be fair. Other than like a myrmica, rubber sting. Other than that, it's nothing. I've not been stupid enough to do it, so.
Yeah, I think I've been very safe so far. Like the other week, what was I was doing? I was doing something the other week, and I was in a voice chat call, a video call. There was Ryan from Antscapes. Who else was it? There was a few guys. I think it was PG, Grant, Wakushi. There's a few guys in talking, and then all of a sudden I turned aside, and there was a few Ruber running around the desk, and I don't know whether they came out with my natural setup or my best ants setup, but I don't think they come out with the best ants because there's a solid lid on there. But I checked them out. There was only 8, so I scooped up 8 with a bit of cotton wool, dropped them in, and that was it. But yeah, I mean that's probably the closest I've been to getting bit yet, if you call that it.
I regularly get bit. Simple as that.
I really want to do it. Like I really want to just like get a Ruber on one finger and a Rabida on the other, and just compare it, just to see what the crack's like. Yeah,
I mean, I think Rubida are definitely more painful than my Ruber. Only they don't hurt much. You soon get used to it. I'm regularly getting bit by the Polyrhachis dice. Whenever I have to go in there and start like messing with the pump or anything like that, they have a little nip. But they never actually they never get the acid in me. They just kind of nip at me and then run away. So it's not too bad.
I'm getting a tarantula tomorrow as well. That's scary, man.
Oh, what you getting? I have no idea what they are, but what are you getting?
It's called if I pronounce this correctly, a Nandu chromatus. So it's a giant white striped bird eater or something like that. It's called.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm getting 2. I'm getting 1 juvenile. So you have like the sling is the first stage, like the baby, and it grows up with juvenile. So I'm getting a juvenile and I'm getting a sling. So you have sling, juvenile, sub-adult, and adult. If I'm correct. But yeah, I'm getting a sling and I'm getting the juvenile. So I originally purchased the juvenile, and as I was completing the order, it has like the little add-ons you can get. And it was like add a chicken, like it's called Nando, and it said add a chicken Nando for £2. So it was like £2 for a sling. I was like, yeah, I'm in. So I've got 2 enclosures coming tomorrow. I've got a sling enclosure coming from Bug Bunks, and I've also got a medium enclosure coming. So tomorrow I'll be setting up them enclosures, making a new video and stuff for that, and then I've got to unbox the spiders, and I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. I'm not even joking. I don't know if you can see that, but my hairs are standing up. I didn't like spiders either. That's why I want them though, because I want to try and like overcome me like weirdness with them. So, yeah, it's gonna be a rough one.
No, that's gonna be good.
It's crazy though, because honestly, I've been fascinated in spiders since I was a kid. The best thing ever. I used to spend hours in the garden catching spiders, but I don't know. Like I look at them and I see them move, and I get goosebumps, and I just think, oh, nah. But I look at like a tarantula, like a large, like fat one, and it doesn't bother us that much. Where when I look at the skinnier ones, that's like on the trees and stuff. It's like the skinny, hairy, like the skinny, slim ones that scare me. A fat, chunky tarantula doesn't bother us that much. Yeah. Well, I'm saying that until tomorrow. I'm probably going to cry tomorrow when I have to unbox it. Like, but we'll see. That'll be fun. That'll be a good video, I think.
I would pay to watch that quite honestly. Watching you
I'll send you
cry
a donation link if you want, mate. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Like, I am nervous, but I'm excited at the same time.
Yeah, no, that would be really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Sweet, man.
I've got a couple of randomish questions here. Okay, I think these were put in by my daughter, actually. If in equal numbers, if they had equal numbers, what would win in a fight? Lasius Niger or Lasius Flavus?
Niger.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What about Camponotus Herculinus and Mimicurruba?
They're massive, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Same numbers, like 50 Rubra against 50 Hercs. I mean,
if it's the same, then probably Herculinus.
Yeah. Batman or Superman?
Batman. Say Superman, I'm going to leave the chat.
Batman.
Yes.
I have no idea. I don't watch it.
I love Batman.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying I am Batman, but no one here has ever seen me and Batman in the same room at the same time, so I'm just going to leave that one there.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I mean, we can't doubt it. That's.
I am Batman.
Okay. So I asked you both to bring a piece of paper and a pen.
Shit.
I've got mine and all.
Oh, you forgot as well?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Are you if I run down and grab it then?
Yeah, go. Have you got
Right, I'll let you talk your chat up.
Yeah, you go.
Shit, right, I didn't
So
think
that's
I
what
could use this
happens
pen, so
when you
I'll have
ask.
to find a new one.
You
Right,
ask
I'll be 2
two
minutes.
guys to do one simple thing, yeah? Neither of them do it. But that's fine. It only takes you a minute to grab paper and a pen, hopefully. Unless you're in my... Well, we actually bought some brand new pens because we can never find a pen in this house. So I'm just reading back through the comments quickly. I'm not being ignorant. All right, KB's got his. If it was the race like it was in the last game, you would have won there, buddy. Well done.
Cheers.
But then BigRoss has to run like downstairs and whatnot, doesn't he?
I've just gone to the other room. I'm in a masonette, so it's just one floor.
That's a
But
bit easier. I think he's up in the attic.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? Yeah.
You imagine that, like how run. Did you see the game last? Was it on Sunday? Did you see the game on Sunday? We did.
Don't think so.
It was like basically I'd call out toothbrush, and they had to run off and get a toothbrush, and first one back won the game. I did think about getting you guys to do it, but I think it would be a little bit unfair on Ross, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. Yeah. It might help me lose a bit of weight though. So.
Yeah, fair enough. No, it was a great fun stream. Actually, it was good fun.
Yeah,
I've got some good games lined up.
yeah. I think that must have been the stream that I missed. You know, when I turned up like right late.
Yes.
And I commented and said what I missed, and everyone's like, "Oh, you missed the whole stream."
I mean, it happens.
I didn't realise the time. Obviously, since the baby's been born, everything's just blurred into one. I don't know what time it is. I don't know what day it is.
Have you managed to have a hot cup of tea yet? Because when I had my first, second, and third, you don't get a hot cup of tea. Like you leave it on the side to get busy.
Yeah, it's exactly the same as me. Same with food as well. I make food, and then obviously the baby wants something. By the time you come to actually eat it, it's stone cold.
Yeah. Oh, mate,
I've got it.
You'll get the hang of it eventually.
Yeah,
it's like time management half of the parenting job, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, you don't understand how hard this was to get. I don't even see the drones on. 3 men died making this paper. I swear to God, it's like half used.
Oh, God. I've got an envelope.
Yeah, right, that'll do. Like we just want one side of it for now, and we'll flip it over and do the other side in a bit. So
Right, I need, okay.
with
I've got a
your
carrot.
one side of paper, and without saying anything, write down how much money it would take for you to get stung by a bullet ant. Right. If you were going to get paid for it, how much would you be asking for? Right. When you're ready, show them on screen. £1,000? £20.
Yeah, 20 quid, 20 quid. You know what I mean? Man's got to make a quick buck.
20 quid, bloody hell.
I mean, 20 quid's doable, man. I'm sure we can all get 20 quid together.
All right, but for the sake of 20 quid, you can have to send us a bullet answer now. Yeah, no, I mean, man's got brains.
No, fair enough. Like, I would probably say about £5,000 at least. I don't know.
What,
It's not a
bad,
massive
like?
thing.
Was it like really bad?
Yeah, that's why they call bullet ant.
It's like the most painful stinging insect in the world.
Is it?
It's like being
Hold
shot.
on, can I change my answer?
Yeah, go on.
It's like being shot with a bullet. That's why they call them bullet ants.
Yeah, like it messes with your nervous system. You have the shakes. You feel it for weeks. £100. That's
I'm
fair
still being
enough.
reasonable.
Yeah, I mean that's fair enough. We've got 50 in the chat here. I'm just reading the chat. 50 or £3,000. Yeah, that's fair. I would definitely say at least £5,000 because that's a lot of pain for a long time. It'll probably put you out of work as well. You need to think time off work. What's that going to cost you?
Oh, right now we're talking. Right.
No, he's reevaluating everything. Life choices have gone out the window.
Well, I have got kids.
Yeah, there you go, grand.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll be happy.
you gotta be fair.
Right, because I was the cheapest, I want £1,000 and I get to keep the colony, so I want a queen, and you know what I mean? Then we're talking.
The gamma gates, not queens.
The what?
Gamma gates for them.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know, man. I'm new. I didn't even know what a bullet ant thing was like.
Gamma gates are the most annoying type of ant in the world.
So what's that? Can someone explain that?
So gamma gates, they don't have a queen as such. All the workers are born fertile, and the dominant worker will basically fight for dominancy, then go around and castrate all the new workers.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
That's like a pimp.
Yeah, so when she dies, then all the new workers coming up haven't been castrated. They then fight for dominancy again, but they need to mate with an outside male at that time. Now, if you don't add the male at the right point, then that's your colony gone, basically.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pain. And they have a lot shorter lifespan than, say, like a normal active queen, you know.
I actually didn't even know that. I had no idea that even was a thing.
Yeah.
That's why these things are good.
Yes, I need to join these streams more often. I did more shit.
Yeah, I mean, there's not that many. There's a few, but not loads of gamma gates compared to normal functioning queens, you know. And I think because they are a bit more of a pain, they're lesser kept, maybe.
So how bad are the actual, like, the stings in? Are they like really bad? Because obviously I haven't even been done yet. I've never been nipped. I mean, I haven't even been bit by nothing yet. Like, no.
Right, hang on.
Nothing.
Let's see if we can bring it up on YouTube. It might
Was
be.
that Coyote Peterson that did it, wasn't it?
It might.
Oh, is that guy in Australia or something who is that? He puts like wasps on his arm and puts like the glass jaw. What the hell? I'll have to have a look, mate.
Yeah, he did it with bullet.
Right, well, if I watch this video and I change my mind on what price I want, the next time I'm on, I'll give you my price.
Right, hold on. This guy's a legend. This guy's an absolute legend. Let me find it. Hang on. There we go. Right, I have no idea what this guy's called, but I've watched him a few times. So we're going to go share screen. 1 second. Here we go. Bullet ant. There. That. Right. Hang on.
This is different. Not as much
There.
swelling, but very,
Yeah,
very.
that's him.
It's touched the skin
Right,
around
hang on.
stings.
I think
he's
he's already
mental,
been
him,
stopped.
isn't he?
Hang on. Where are we? There.
I wouldn't do it for any money. You can have a heart attack or something. Jesus. Wait, I'm definitely reevaluating.
1, 2. Oh my gosh,
Jumpy.
this is it. 3.
Look at the size of it.
Oh, it's stuck in my arm! It's stuck in my arm! Oh, the stinger's stuck in my arm! Look at that! Oh! Okay, it's off! It's off! It's off! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh! Oh my god! It is really bad! It is like... Oh! It's hot! Oh, I can feel the venom already! Right in my forearm!
I can feel the venom. It's right in my forearm. Ah!
Oh, it is! It's number 1! Ah!
And he does it like he does it all the time. That's insane. Isn't it?
I have seen him stick like wasps and that on his arm with jaws over the top of it and just like crawl about in his arm. Oh, he's mental, him like.
Yeah,
Proper.
yeah, it's insane pain. And I've seen Steve Backshaw do it, and like again, he was like crying, and it
Did
messes
he put
with
his
your
hand in
entire
one of them
system.
gloves? He put his hand in
Yeah,
one
he
of them
does
gloves,
gloves,
didn't he?
doesn't he? Yeah.
Well, the tribal people do, don't they, for like
And I
initiation?
said 20 quid. He's left on his name when he's
Yeah.
left.
20 quid. So yeah, look, if you haven't seen them, you want to check out. I have a review video actually on it, but you want to check out the bullet ant ritual. They get even kids do it. They put their hands in gloves which are woven with them, and they like do a little dance and make a little love, get down tonight, that sort of thing. And then, yeah, exactly in that order, I expect. And yeah, I wouldn't do it. I don't think. Not for. Well, I'd need a lot of money.
I'll do it for £1,000.
I was saying, I was literally, I'm not even joking. I was looking at me scrimpled up paper, seeing £1,000 as well. I'm not even joking. It's literally there. I'm looking at it as well, thinking, £1,000's quite reasonable. Like,
Yeah.
10, 20.
I know. And he's laughed at us as well.
Another random question we've got here. What is your favorite behavioral trait when it comes to ants? What sort of things do you like to see?
Aggression.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably like swarming. That sort of.
I like it when I put like if I don't give them sugars for like if I wait for like a week or so for like with sugars, and if I put like a little cotton ball in with sugars on, and I get to see them swarm, I love seeing that when they roll over. That's mint. Same with the rhubarb as well. Obviously, like I was seeing like they're my higher number ones. If I put like protein in, if I dry them out for a little bit and then give them like a nice cricket, like a good sized cricket or a roach, and you see like 1 or 2 of them on it, and you'll crack on doing something like 5 minutes. You look back and they're just all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think my favorite thing to watch is actually my Asian bullet ants, not the proper bullet ants. So don't get too worried. The Asian bullet ants, because they're lone hunters, right? And they'll go about on their own, and they're quite large. But the second they find like a worm or something, literally like 40, 50 of them will appear out of nowhere and just tear it to pieces.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, they are amazing to watch.
I like put my finger in the rubida outworld, like not like touching them, but like just see like maybe that far off the head, and just like put my finger and like go back and forwards, and like you see that the heads look up and the mandibles are open and like the antennas are stretched out, and they're just like
Yeah.
on your finger. I think that's fucking great. I mean, you might call that animal cruelty, but I think it's fucking mint me. Like, I love it.
I don't think that's cruelty. Not yet.
Like, go ahead, catch it. Good.
I mean, I think some colonies sort of they get used to your presence there. I know a lot of mine, they definitely know my smell, and when I come into closer, they kind of get more active, probably looking for food. But I think they just kind of get used to you being around and putting things in and about the outworlds and whatnot. They get used to you doing stuff, don't they? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so got Nemo in the chat. Nemo, howdy, buddy. Who else is in there? Ant Warrior. People
I'm
I
just
can see who I
looking now.
notice.
We've got loads of people in the chat.
Yeah,
It went up to 25 a minute ago.
We've got Karen, Nemo, Charlie, JB Ants, Ant Warrior, Ramblins.
Oh, the one chip challenge. No, that's something
Charlie done it, aye. Charlie done
Charlie,
that.
yeah.
could not do
Legend.
that.
Yeah, it was mint. Tracy bought him that, like that, the hottest one, like in the proper box.
Yeah,
And he sent us the video in the in my little group. Oh, you're in the group, and did you watch the video?
I haven't watched it. No, I might.
Oh,
No, I don't
no, he
think
put
I
it in the
did.
group. It wouldn't send to the group chat, so actually paste it into the group. Oh, mate, he did it like his mum's watching him at the same time as well. And he's like, all right, yeah, that's hot, that's hot. 5 minutes here, he's like, chewing on bread, swinging down milk and everything. It's meant like class.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. It's too much. Like I struggle with like any hot food. I can do sweet chili sauce. Anything past that is too hot. I struggle with KFC.
I did a bullet chili twice. Bloody hell, I did a bullet chili on YouTube when I was at 500 subscribers. I mean, that was like what, 4, maybe 5 years ago when I was doing all my gaming stuff then. I got to 500 subs and I remember I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. Hit the shop, got a bullet chili. And I took a little bite and I was like nibbling it. I was like, fuck it, loads the whole thing. And I mean, it was about that big or something. Scanned that. Next thing you know, my head felt like it was like pulsating. I was wobbling. I mean, that was just a bullet chili as well. That's not even bad. That shows like how soft I am. But ended up slavering everywhere, ate loads of bread and milk, and then I went and took a nap. And then I did it again not too long ago on stream. That was good. Got drunk and ate a chili and nearly died. It's good.
Yeah. Nearly died, yeah. It's when your throat starts swelling up, isn't it?
It's not so much that I get you. It's the head. The head gets me. When you feel like your head's pulsating, it feels like you're waving and shit, and you're like, and then obviously the toilet the next day is not exactly a good experience either.
Yeah. You feel it going down and feel it, yeah.
You feel it coming out, mate. Never mind going down. That's the worst bit.
Oh dear. So now it's starting. Well, I was going to say it's starting to warm up towards springtime, but it's really not, is it? It's absolutely awful weather over here.
It's just been pissing down a few minutes ago, like.
Yeah, it's horrible. And on my island, I think we're going to take off. They're probably they're going to disconnect the island and just let us float away soon because we're buggered over there.
Are you getting snow by the eyes?
No snow. We never get snow. In fact, you can have snow on the mainland, but because we're completely surrounded by salt water, it very rarely snows.
Aye.
And then when does, it melts so fast, you know.
Saying that though, like I live in South Shields, like I'm on a coastal town, between Newcastle and Sunderland. Like I live on the coast in between the two main towns, between the two main cities. Sorry. And I mean, we get snow here, like when the weather's rubbish all the time. I mean, just last week we left. I was on my Snapchat. I was coming home from work, and within 2 minutes, the road and everything was just white. We've had snow. I think it was about 3 or 4 days of it the past couple of weeks. And then just went to rain. But it was sunny the day, a little bit windy, but sunny. But the activity, like, you can see with the ants, though, I mean, like, the activity's picking up. Like, I can see the activity with them, especially in that natural setup. I mean, the last few months, what I was seeing was like 1, 2, maybe 3 walking around. Sometimes I wasn't even seeing any. And now I'm seeing like loads around. It's exciting. I'm really looking forward to this year. Like, I really am. Obviously, I started in May 2021. So had a good few months with Lassius, Niger, Rubra, and Mesa. And then as it got towards the end of the year, that's when I got like some like better species and stuff like that. Obviously, hibernation hit. And then now we're on the back end of it. I'm excited to see my colonies grow now and expand. Obviously, I'm coming into a new year of experience. I've just had my first winter and stuff. So I'm buzzing, like, I'm buzzing.
Yeah. Do you think you're going out hunting for new ants this year? Go do the nuptial flights?
Last year I went out with me. Obviously, I've got the pals mate around here who like ants, and I mean, I'm the only one. I think me brother rang us a day. My brother just got home ready for the wedding on Saturday, and he went, "You never told me you got ants." I was like, "What?" He went, "I was at your dad's house today." He says, "Your dad was telling us that you got fucking loads of ants and shit because like I got my parcel delivered at my dad's house because I'm always out." So I mean, that was a laugh. But yeah, none of me pals at all are into ant keeping. So last year I went out with my stepdaughter and we went out, just got loads of last year's Niger. I did go out a few days by myself along the local, like there's a field next to it. It's got like a river and stuff. I didn't find no Myrmica rubra. We went to, what was the forest called? Went to this proper place, like a forest. It's got a massive river and everything. There's loads of like kestrels and sparrowhawks and stuff like that. Looking for Myrmica there still. I remember actually I found a couple of workers. Sorry, but I couldn't find no queens, no brood. I think it was like 3 or 4 workers I found like on a rotted old log.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was about it. But I've got plans this year. So Antscapes Ryan is meeting up with me and Charlie. Now Charlie, obviously we live up in the north. He's only like a 50-minute drive. Antscapes is like 50 minutes away from me. But Charlie lives all the way down south. It's like a 6-hour drive, 7-hour drive or something like that maybe. And Charlie's, I think he said he's coming up. Well, he did say he's coming up. I don't know if he's said he was going to travel lodge or some shit like that. I will probably have a drink. He'll probably sleep on me Saturday or something. But so Charlie's going to come up, get me, and then the plan is to go and meet Antscapes, and I'm going to take the camera, the batteries and stuff, and we're going to go out and record a day, see if we can do some queen hunting together. So that'll be a good plan for the day.
Awesome.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. What about you, KB? Are you going out this year?
Yeah, I go out every year. Yeah, I've got one friend that's local that's into ant keeping, so I go with them. But yeah,
Was that Oliver?
Yeah, that's him. Yeah. But yeah, it's good to have someone to go with rather than just looking like a crazy person picking bugs off the floor on your own. It's better to have a good old person with you.
I had my bag on my back, right? Near shit. I blamed the bin. I had my bag on my back, right, and I had like a bag full of test. I've got like a box full of like test tubes that's like this long, like the little small ones. And I took loads with us. I mean, I already filled them like half water, cotton ball. They were ready to go, but I had little plastic caps so I could just like catch it and shut them, not mess around with the cotton balls. And we walked up the garden path, and literally, man, it was just swarming. So I was like, oh, I need them. So I grabbed like 5. I was like, am I going to get nowhere here? So obviously went over the field because, like I says, I wanted to go by the river and stuff to see if I could try and find some Myrmica. And we were walking around, and on the way there, we have to go for like a few streets and like garages and stuff. And we walked past these garages, and there were just loads. And the little one was like buzzing. I mean, she was 6 at the time, and she was just like, "Oh, look, no, sorry, she was 7. She was no shit. Yeah, she was 6. So she was running. She was like, "Oh, they're here." So she bent down. She's trying to catch them all. And I was getting excited to see because I was seeing them, so I was getting more excited because obviously she was just seeing it as a bug. Where for me, it was like a big thing with me first time, like on the flights. Do you know what I mean? So I was really excited. And I turned the side, and this car drove past slowly, and I'm like on my hands and knees. I had shorts on, sunglasses, a t-shirt, bag on me back, and I had this test tube in my hand. And I'm like grabbing this queen ant, and this car went past, and there was 2 people went in, and they were just like. But they had the windows down, so I was like, Ariana, come here quick, and there's another bug here, come and get this one.
Yeah,
play the kids, mate, it's great.
Yeah. See, last year I was actually walking back from the gym. I had all my gym stuff. I was like dripping with sweat, absolutely done in. And I always carry test tubes on me. Like, it's just my habit. Soon as like winter's over, I start putting test tubes in my bag, in my clothes, everywhere. And I was walking back from the gym, like head down, like that, absolutely done in. And I saw the queens, and I was just like, it's time. And I just got on my hands and knees. There was people everywhere. Like, what is he doing? I was like, don't judge me. There's ants. And I ended up explaining it to everyone who walked past because otherwise they're going to think I'm a weirdo. Like, here, come see this. Come look at this. Come learn.
I can remember last year as well, like during the flights, Tracy was saying that she wasn't out or whatever. And then all of a sudden she wrote in the group chat and she was like, "Oh yeah, like I'm there's just something everywhere. I can't remember the species or it was, but she's just seen loads of them. And I'm pretty sure she had like a tablet box or something like that, like a paracetamol or something. And she ended up putting a picture in the group chat. Can you remember, KB? She put a picture of like 5 or 6 queens or something in the box. She was like, "That's all I got." She had loads of people going past saying that she's on her hands and knees picking up ants.
Yeah. I mean, I remember I went off to Southampton just for like an appointment or whatever. And again, like this was like a week or 2 later, and it was the same day nuptial flights happened again. And I was walking through the middle of Southampton, like, I so want to just get on the floor and start grabbing these ants. But I'm in like a random city, hundreds of miles away from where I should be. Like,
Yeah,
it's not where I want to be, like, doing it.
Yeah, there's a few questions in the chat there as well, mate. Where do you guys get your cotton balls from?
Yeah,
Amazon. Amazon,
Yeah, I recommend Amazon for
Supermarket
anything
selling.
like that.
Depends where you are. Like, obviously, where the UK is, like, you go straight like the chemist area and like Asda and stuff like that. Little Aldi.
Yeah,
everywhere.
Boots, Superdrug.
Yeah, anywhere.
But yeah, I mean, simplest and probably easiest to do is Amazon. I get a big bag of them.
Yeah. I mean, I think you can buy like double bag for a couple of quid, like 400 or 500 cotton balls. Yeah, not much.
It's cheap as well, man, isn't it? Really cheap.
Yeah, that's it. I'm just going back through the chat to make sure that we are picking up on all the questions. We've got loads of people here.
So speak of the devil, there he is as well. Speak of the devil, there's Ryan. Right, I'm going to go, guys.
Welcome, Ryan. Welcome, Ant Lady. Welcome, Skylar Jones. Welcome, everybody. Ryan. Thanks for joining. What a brilliant night.
Cheers, Ryan. Appreciate it.
I'm just going back through the chat quickly, making sure we have hit all the questions. I think we've got all the questions.
Hi, Ryan. You just came in there 5 minutes and like probably 5 minutes perfect time. We were just slagging off a couple of minutes ago. Talking about how rubbish your bioactive setup so. Hey, Tom, don't lie now, mate. Honestly, go on. Tom, tell him what you just been saying about him. Tell him what you just been saying.
Tell him what you've been saying.
I said he's bioactive shit. Just joking, I didn't. No, mate, we've just been talking a couple of minutes ago about how we're going to meet up for the nuptial flights this year.
Yeah, no, it sounds like a really exciting day, actually. How far? So you live all the way up north. Charlie lives down south. 6 hours. Is he going to be? Is that like 6 hours by car?
Yeah, I think it's like because Charlie drives. I think he said it's like 6, maybe 7 hours drive
on a motorway as well. I expect.
Yeah. I think he said it was like a 6-7 hour drive, like to me from his. But I know obviously Ryan from Antscapes, he's only like a 40-50 minute drive from me. I used to work in Middlesbrough where he lives, so I know the time. So like I say, Charlie comes up and we're just gonna choose a location. Obviously we'll have it all in plan when it gets close at a time. We'll choose a date and stuff. Obviously it'll probably depend on what species we're gonna go for. But yeah, either way, I'm actually buzzing for it, really excited. I'm gonna get me a big tripod, the camera, try and get some cool videos going. Obviously, it's the first time all three of us also going to meet in person, so I'm really excited for like a 3-way hug.
You've been practicing.
Wait, where do you live, KB?
East Midlands.
So how far? Right, guess I look. Yeah,
I have no idea where any of these places are.
Nah, neither have I.
Just put in Nottingham to Newcastle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea. If you go past like
there's Tracy now. Tracy, you just came in 5 minutes late. Now we'll just be slating the ground that you walked on as well 2 minutes ago. Oh yeah, Callum, tell her what you've just been saying.
You just love winding it up, don't you, buddy?
I think it'll probably be about 3 hours. I don't know.
I made 2 hours 53 minutes from my house to Nottingham.
That's cool. I could drive that.
Why don't we do? We should get like a good bunch with to meet up. That would be mint. Honestly, because like I say, Charlie's coming all the way down south. That's like maybe a 6-7 hour drive. I think.
I've got no excuse, have
I? Exactly. But obviously, Charlie says he's going to do that drive. If he's going to do that, and then I mean, he could even maybe if he's coming that way, he could come past you and pick you up.
Either, yeah. I don't mind, yeah.
You know what I mean?
We'll have to talk about it. But I'm up for it either way. So
yeah, but obviously I think Charlie's he's planning on staying overnight as well. Like I say, maybe we can get it all planned and that together. But it'll be meant, like I say, me, Ryan from Manscapes, Charlie, Obviously,
Yeah.
UKB, there's 4 already.
Sounds like you
No,
want
no.
to make a big night of it, sort of thing.
I would invite you as well, mate, but a night you'll probably have to get a ferry or something, wouldn't you? Because you're on a rock.
They say they're going to shut my island off soon. I'm sure of it. It's not.
Yes,
gonna be
Big
good.
Steve's in the chat as well.
Who?
Steve, high-tech ants.
Yeah.
Welcome, mate. Welcome, mate. Hope you're doing good.
Yeah, good. Welcome and thank you for joining.
I've never actually spoken to high-tech hands before. Never.
Mate,
No, I
I
don't think I've
he's
spoken to him
irritating.
much.
Does my bloody head in.
So I have got another question for you guys to answer. When it comes to the warmer weather this year, are you going to be turning your heat mats and everything off, or do you just let your thermostat control it completely? Now with the rising in energy prices, I mean, I don't know how you're feeling it, but with all the heat mats I've got, I know the price has definitely gone up. So what's your kind of stance on that?
Go on, Callum.
I'll keep it on. I'll keep it on. To me, but it's not that much of a. Obviously, it is a difference having them on, but they'll only come on when it's needed. So they'll just be on less. The thermostat will just kick it off when it don't need to be on. So for me, it's not really going to be much different. So
yep, that's fair. That's fair.
Probably the same. Like I say, I mean, I've got mine on a digital thermostat as well, but my room's in the loft, so like depends where you're watching from, the attic or whatever.
Yeah, you're bottle up there. So
yeah, so I'm up in the loft in my house. Obviously, you can see by the angled roof.
Yeah.
So there's no actual insulation on the sides of these plaster boards. Bloody hell, I got full of gas. Jesus, right, I went. Yeah, so I've got no insulation on the other side of these walls for the simple fact is I knew I was bringing my computer and everything up here and it was going to get hot. And in the summer, it's going to get very hot.
Yeah.
So I have got a window that's ready to go in. I've got the proper Volex window, or whatever, however it's pronounced. I've got a window ready to go in. Exactly, mate. You know the crack. But I've got a proper window ready to go in to help with obviously temperatures this year for the summer. But during the winter, like I say, my heat cable was constantly on.
Yeah.
Now I only kept a certain amount of species on the heat cable. Other ones I had hibernating. I think temperatures actually did drop around. I think it was like 14 was the lowest I was counting on a normal day. Then obviously when it was snowing, it was a bit different. So I did bring a heater up here, and I actually decided to plug the heater into my digital thermostat. Believe it or not, right? I plugged my heater into the digital thermostat, and it actually worked a treat. Like I'm not even joking. I had the probe above the desk. Well, it was a unit at the time, so like that unit down there had the probe on there. And obviously heat rises, so if you stood up, it was like really warm, but you come down, like you can feel like the difference in the heat because there was no like ventilation. So it did get a little bit hot sometimes in the summer. So obviously the times that it was getting hot, I was just moving from the unit down to the floor, or I was changing them to down like an actual house. I'll just keep it on this winter.
Yeah. You're just looking at a chat, yeah.
That was looking at Callum there. He's gorgeous.
Cheers, babe.
No worry, boo boo. No worry.
I think this is another one that my daughter suggested to me. What is the biggest or most impressive ant colony that you've seen lately, like either in person, online, or has anything really stood out to you that's like, wow, that's a cool one?
I think the one that impressed me the most were Tracy's Polyrhachis dives. I've not seen her put videos on recently, but I know when she got them, they were just a massive colony. It took your breath away. It was that big. That was probably the one for me.
Nice, cool. That's exactly what we want. Yeah.
I was speaking to her the other day as well about the obviously I've never had like Polyrhachis species yet. Is it Mata and Matara, how you pronounce? You have the black ones with the spikes, and you have the ones that have the red like back end. Them two, I was asking about them the other day. I think them two just look so unique in their own ways. Obviously you have the solid black one with the spikes on the horns. That looks just absolutely mental. Obviously, the red one stands out a lot as well. But for me, it's actually Charlie. Charlie's just getting a new colony of... is it Cataglyphus velox or velox they're called? Is it South African or something? I believe.
Okay.
I haven't seen them ever on any stores or nothing like that. The ant lady got some in, and Charlie grabbed them off on a heartbeat, and he's moved them into a high-tech ant setup. So in a high-tech ant's nest, out will stuff like that. And ants got made they're absolutely phenomenal. They're a bit dumb. They can't climb the sides of the acrylic. So on the plus side, you don't need to smudge like your PTFE or whatever it is, like your own barrier. I mean, I think they probably got like 5-6 steps up the side and they were falling down, but like they're a large species of ant.
Yeah.
And they're just so aggressive. I mean, he was chucking crickets in like pre-crushed, and they were just grabbing the crickets, like maybe 5 and 6 of them on them, dropping fruit flies in, and they were just going absolutely crazy in the outworld. I've never ever seen that species before, and I think for me that's probably the best thing that's done it for me. Not just recently, but I would probably say the entire time that I've been ant keeping since May last year. That's probably done it for me.
Wow. Okay. That's
if you don't follow Charlie yet on Instagram, I'll go check him out. It's Charlie's Ants Updates, or Charlie's Ants Updates. Go check him out, and he's put clips and stuff on there. They're absolutely incredible.
It is really good. It is really good.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look after the stream.
Velox, they're just absolutely fantastic. They're a desert SP.
Yeah, I was just reading that.
It is. They are Cataglyphus. Was it Cataglyphus? If that's how it's pronounced. I think I'm pretty sure it was.
I've seen them before, but I've never. Basically, if I really can't pronounce it, I tend not to be too interested in it.
Oh man, if that was the case, I wouldn't even be ant keeping.
I can probably get my head around most of them, but some of them I just look at and my brain won't even process the word. Right. Well, that's that. You know.
It's Cataglyphus velox. Of Velox.
There we go. We're putting it up. Cataglyphus velox.
It's on his Instagram. Honestly, yeah, check it out. Honestly, he put some videos and stuff on there. Like he's good lad. He puts out loads of stuff all the time. But that species itself, like that's probably the most impressive I've seen.
Yeah. Recently,
and possibly the whole time I've been ant keeping.
Yeah, that's fair. I quite often say like one of the most impressive species I've seen is the diacama. And the Asian bullet ants, just the way they hunt and, like you say, they tear things apart, super aggressive like that other the velox. Yeah, just awesome to watch. You chuck a roach in there and you get like 20, 30, even 40 tearing it to pieces, stinging it, ripping its head off and dragging it back to the nest, and you never see it again. You know, not even the shells come out, which is quite impressive. I don't know what they're doing with them, but
it's one species I've always wanted to keep, but I've just never had the chance.
Hey, look, check this out, right? I'm on his Instagram now. I'll try and see if I can get a good thing.
Yeah, bring it on up.
Right, check this out.
We do.
They're like black and red, and they're absolutely savage.
Nice, yeah.
I mean, that's just a couple of them grabbing it there. When he dropped a load of fruit flies in, they went up. I mean, you can see the outworld just above. He dropped some fruit flies in, and they just went absolutely mental. There was so many of them. I mean, look at that. Teamwork. You can see them like grabbing them, stretching out so they can't move.
Yeah.
Mint. Yeah. Absolutely mint.
I like the way ants do that. They just kind of pin it down and then start pulling, don't they? That's what Lasius niger do. They just pull things apart. Oh, another one. Oh, wow.
Hey, yeah. Charlie, I want at least 50 quid off you for advertising you. Like.
If only it worked like that.
Yeah, I'll start bringing up my shit. Yeah, honestly, check him out. I swear to God, he's got a few nice species there. He's only just started ant keeping shortly after I did, and that's how I met Charlie, because I was like kind of new and he was like brand new, if that makes sense. So I was explaining what I was giving him what I had already learned and helped him out, and obviously we ended up becoming friends, unfortunately. So now I've got to put up with him. But he's a good lad. He's got some nice species, and like I say, that Cataglyphus velox is, I've never seen nothing like it.
Yeah,
incredible.
Yeah, they look pretty cool, actually. I'm going to have to check out a few more of those videos
Mate,
later on.
We did some research, right, online, and we couldn't find nothing online about them. It took absolutely ages, and then we eventually cracked the website, and this certain store, is it Ants? Oh, what was it called? Ant store? Ant store or something. Maybe.
Yeah, Ant Store, like Ant Store
Net.
are massive. They're all over like in different countries. And everywhere.
Antstore.net or something. Yeah. Well, they had them on, and I think I was the first site that I had come across, and like I see, me great species. Like I've never seen no like it.
Yeah.
For the size and the aggression of them, and class.
Yeah. In fact, Ant Store are one of the ones that I'd say are probably a reliable source because they've been in it for so long. They've got quite a good reputation already. And they are coming on the stream very soon for an interview, which I cannot wait.
That'd be cool.
Are they? Oh, mate, that's great. That big step for you.
Yeah.
It's a big company.
I was amazed when they agreed to do it. Like I was like, wow, cool, yeah.
Great, that.
Yeah.
Could definitely get
Just promise
you
one thing, mate. Just promise one thing. If once you get them on, don't wear a vest, right? I'm just joking. No, look, mate. I'm not thinking, man. Honestly, I'm a Geordie, mate. Honestly, I take the piss out of everything. We don't know what's funny and everything.
No,
honestly, one day I'm gonna sit here in like a shirt and a tie, and you're all gonna like be like, "What the?" You won't know what's going on. I don't even look like the same person when I'm not wearing the hat.
Hey. Go on, take your hat off.
I'm going bold, but
go on.
Hey.
Right, put it back on. No, that's me. Look at that. I'm saying no. That's just me. I'm a Geordie. Look at I'm
going grey around the sides and thinning really badly on top.
Right. I'm going bold and all, so
yeah.
Well, I've got a lush head of hair. Thank you very much.
Yeah, cheers, buddy. Cheers for that.
Now, mine will get bald soon. I've got a kid now. It happens, doesn't it?
I've been told I operate at a high stress level.
I'm not going to speak about myself. It's PG, this, isn't it?
Not with them, you've been swearing.
Hey, look, I'm a Geordie. It is what it is, and it kind of thing. That's just me and the way I am.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good.
So you probably get worse on kids' YouTube, man.
Where you going? Just making sure I've asked you all the questions that I've got written down in front of me.
Oh, we're done with the pen and paper now.
We're gonna be using it again in 1 minute.
All right, no, I was just sort of big room. Okay.
And this is where the interview gets hard for you. I tell you, when
Right.
the pen and paper comes in, that's where it gets difficult.
That's when the baby's going to start crying.
Yeah, of course. You're not getting it out of it that easy.
Oh yeah, do like, hey God, yeah, this is great. This thing, I swear to God, I love it.
Right. So, right, game. We're gonna play a game now. Play a game. Hang on, I'm just gonna. Whatever. Right. Right. So, I'm gonna be showing a picture on the screen in a minute. I'm gonna get you to cover your eyes. I'm gonna show a picture on the screen, so everyone else can see what it is.
It's going to be you with your top off, isn't it?
Don't! There's kids!
Then I'm going to describe the picture, and you have to...
We have to draw it.
What you think it is.
Right, Howard. Callum, if you beat me, I'm deleting you off Facebook.
Yeah, it's all right. I'll do it anyway after this.
We have had a call out for a duck race, so we will do a duck race after this.
What's that?
Duck race.
So we're ducks race.
Who races?
Oh my God. If you haven't seen our duck race, mate, you're missing out. We're going to have a duck race after this. We've got like 23 people in chat, so we're going to have so many ducks.
I lost last time.
I'm game. Right, so what's the crack? So are you going to... We turn away while you...
Right, yeah. Close your eyes. And I will add in the picture somehow. It should. Oh, it's not working. Hold on.
Ooh, I can watch me sing Singularis while I'm chilling.
Oh, come on. There. Right. Hold on. Hold it on. Yeah, it's not working. Okay. Right. I'm just gonna stay there, guys. Hang on.
I feel like I'm in school again. I feel like I've been told off. I've been told to go stand in the corner and face the wall.
Right.
North corner.
So everyone in the chat can see what is written on the screen right now.
Right.
That's what I've got down in front of me. You all know roughly what it looks like. We're going to hide that. And there you go, guys. You can turn back round. Right.
Right. Quick question. Should I have the paper this way? Or this way? Or should I have it that way?
Up ways.
Yes.
Portrait.
Yeah, up ways. It doesn't matter, really. It doesn't matter.
My banjo,
Right.
a carrot. It's a fucking carrot.
It's not a carrot. It's not a carrot.
No,
Is
that wasn't my
one?
drone. No, that's not my drone. It's a beans.
Right. So it's square normally and quite large.
Callum, that's your forehead, isn't it?
You're a wanker, you are.
Oh, God.
It's got some smaller squares inside of it.
Oh, for God's sake.
Right. So a large square with smaller squares inside of it.
Bloody hell, my missus is screaming in the other room. She's watching the stream.
Is she?
Yeah, so she's
So
really
she
laughing
obviously,
at you.
she obviously agrees with the forehead joke, doesn't
Oh,
she?
yeah, probably, yeah. Oh, is it a large square with smaller squares?
Yeah. It's
Can I
got a
ask how many
triangle.
squares?
It's got a triangle.
I know
on one
exactly what
side.
this is.
I don't.
I do. I've clocked it already. I'm a gamer, mate. I know this shit. How wouldn't?
Right, you got two more clues. Ready?
Right, so I've got the large square, smaller squares inside of it, and the triangle.
What triangle?
What
Triangle on one side of it, yeah.
One side.
What is there a
It's
side?
normally on top of something. These are genuine clues I've got written down for it.
No, I ain't got a clue yet. God's sake.
It's on top of something. It's on top of Callum's forehead. It's
And the last one.
it's chasing his hairline.
And the last one. There's a sun in the background.
Is it who?
A sun in the background.
Well, it's not the picture I thought it was.
Mine looks a bit like a house.
Right, when you're
Well,
ready, show your pictures. Let's see what you got.
I'm
Okay,
disappointed.
Mine's a lopsided house.
I was going for the robot, but
Yeah,
then you said a
yeah,
sun,
alright.
so I got confused.
I'll go give it to KB. It was actually a house.
I'm off me. Get someone else in.
Oh dear, no, that was brilliant. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
You said the square with the smaller squares inside. Then you said the triangle. I thought the triangle's got to be a nose. I thought you were going to say a rectangle. Yeah, but you said a rectangle. I was like, yeah, 100% robot face. So I was just waiting for you to see the rectangle.
You're waiting for it.
You said a sun, and that was
threw you off. Like, what?
Yes, as soon as you said a sun, I was just like, yeah, I didn't want to play anymore.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Right, we're having shout outs for duck races. So I'm going to bring up a duck race.
Let's do it. What do I have to partake to make it move, or do I just watch?
No, you just sit still. You just chill. You're going to enjoy this. In fact, I think you might have showed me the duck race.
What, for the giveaways?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I know what you mean.
Yeah. Right, so we've got 18 people in the chat. Do you guys want to take part as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Right, so we're going to have 20 ducks. Currently, this is for no prize. Just making that clear. We've got 20 ducks. Everyone shout out a number. Choose where you want to be. And
You know what you're best off doing? Just tell everybody to place right number 1 in the chat.
Yeah.
And everyone writes it in, just gives them their number in that order. Instead of choosing them, because you'll have about 7 people choosing number 5. That's a guarantee. I like number 5.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
I
yeah,
just got invaded by a child.
Oh, mate, it's nice to turn up. How's it going? What you're gonna do? You want to tell everybody to write number 1 in the chat, and then just give every person in that chat a number, because you have about 7 people choosing the same number.
Right.
Oh, is that Duck a Gimp? I'll be the Gimp one.
We have got so many ducks. Normally, I would spend a minute or two going through all the different ducks, but I'm not going to do that because there's just so many. We have got Policeman Duck, we've got Royal Duck, Snowman Duck, Purple Duck, Clown Duck. All the usual duck lineup is there for the taking. So if you haven't chosen a number, sort it out. We are going to start right now. This is a 2-minute duck race. Off we go.
I'm the Gimp. I don't know what number it is. I can't see his thing, but I'm the Gimp.
No idea what numbers they are at the moment. I like the Roman-looking one. Number 7.
I'm 15, the Gimp. Yes. Oh, it's not a Gimp, it's a bat.
Batman,
oh,
yeah.
Yes, Batman! What, Batman?
Right next to Policeman Duck. Who's out in front at the minute is number 7 is leading.
Oh, hey, Batman, what are you doing? Bat Duck? Yes, that's the one, Bat Duck. Look at COVID Duck, number 2.
COVID Duck.
Oh, look at Superman's winning Batman. Yeah, this is a fix.
Oh, high-tech ants is raging.
Right, what number is he?
Look, there's Superman.
4.
It's actually Batman versus Superman.
That's what I'm saying. Superman's in the lead. I'm raging because I'm Batman. I'm 15. I'm Bat Duck. Oh, how I look! I'm telling you, I've got this. Like, yeah, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm so excited.
Go on.
Oh, no. Well, yeah, where'd that strawberry come from, right? No!
They're all dropped back, right? And they're saving their energy for the last 10 seconds. They're going to smash it now. You wait. If this was me, I'd be sprinting the whole 2 minutes. I wouldn't stop.
I got shit.
As long as 15 don't win, I'm not bothered.
Hey. 15's not even on the screen anymore. Oh, number 8.
Number 8. Whoever number 8 is, well done. You won, but there's no prize.
Karen? Oh, it was Kez raging. I'm absolutely kick her out the group chat. I swear to God, kick her out the group chat. She doesn't deserve to be in it no more. I didn't even like you, Kez. I never liked you to start with. I'm raging.
No, I'm not saying no.
Yeah. What else is going on? That is the end of the interview. I actually have no more questions. What else is going on in the world of ants then?
A lot of
toxicity, you could say.
Yeah, well, we won't bring that up here. We leave.
Let's just keep this positive. Like we see what's happened, but that has happened and that's been said, and we'll leave that in the past. It's time to move on from that stuff. But yeah,
we don't bring shit like that here. But what else is going on in my world? I've got so much going on at the moment. It's hard to keep up with it all.
So what you got planned in for the rest of the week? It's Wednesday now. Got the rest of the week on. What you got planned yourself?
Well, I've got a new tank that I want to start looking at filling. But to be honest, I want to put something in there which is a bit different. And it needs a lot of pre-planning, lots of work, effort, and a bit of money.
Have you got anything in mind specifically?
I can't tell you.
Oh, one of them.
Yeah. No, well, it's not an ant. I'll say that. It's not ants. It's something else.
Reptile?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. It should
See,
be good.
Charlie's asking how the exhibition plan's going.
exhibition planning's going really well. Most of it's pretty much done. I'm just waiting to confirm a few more vendors and things like that. Yeah, it's really good. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a brilliant day. Obviously, we don't know if you're going to be there, do we, Ross?
Nah, mate, I'll not be making it. Like,
yeah, that's it. But KB,
so like, obviously, at first I was wanting to do the Antcon, and then obviously do the exhibition, and then it turns out it's all come around when my fiance goes back to work from maternity leave. So obviously now we've got a 6-month-old daughter, so my partner goes back to work, so it's going to be hard to like say, yeah, I'll do this, I'll do that, when she could be at work and she come back, might be tired, needs help. So it's just going to be awkward and hard. So I think the first year if we're having a child together, especially spent at home, than me trying to, like, I know it's only for a day or what have you, but well, seeing that I would stay overnight and get frigging hammered, like, but you know.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be like all staying in a big group. Obviously, there's me and my admin team and things like that all coming together. So because I need help with everything, can't do it all on my own.
No, I get. I mean, I see that. I actually am like a bit gutted because, like I say,
it's gonna be a brilliant day. Like
I've only been doing this for like I've only been doing this for like less than a year, and I've made a lot of good friends already. Do you know what I mean? I'm obviously used to you guys are two good friends, you know, that Charlie and everything. There's a lot of good people who I want to meet, and obviously this Antcon and the Ant exhibition, the both two big good things that's going to be happening. Do you know what I mean? I would like to partake in both of them to meet these people who's in the same hobby as me and meet these people in person. But like I say, mate, it's just wrong timing for me. Maybe next year, you know. Next year, well, saying that 100% next year I'll be able to do it. But like I said, it's the first year for me with me daughter being here, so I'm gonna have to obviously give it a pass this time.
Yeah, well, I think, to be honest, a lot of people, a lot of like the vendors and a lot of shops and things like that have just sort of exactly the same, because it's sort of sprung out of nowhere. They're not going to be able to make it this year, but hopefully they're penciling it in for next year, you know, and it will be a much bigger event.
I see. 1,000,000% next year. I'm 100% up for it. I wasn't for it this year, and I remember I mentioned to Jordan, and she's like, "Wait, that's the month I go back to work from maternity," and I was like, "Ugh, fuck's sake! Could the baby not have been born fucking the month earlier?" Nah, but it is what it is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. Some of the things we got planned though, like I was actually saying earlier that I need to like draw like a map, if you know what I mean, so actually start writing down who's gonna
be
where. Because I've got it in my head, but actually having it visually will help massively, because I've measured out the sizes of the stage and other areas and things like that.
Go and paint, just something simple. Yeah, just for a quick sketch. Just go on paint and just draw it out. If you know, if you're visualizing what's what, just for an example, go on paint, just make it easy. But a little stage at the top, row of tables on the sides, chairs, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Just for a quick thing, like get some perspective in your mind.
It's kind of that easy, but I've got to take in the power outlet sockets and the doors and things like that.
Oh, right, I get you. Right, well, in that case, I haven't got an absolute clue what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So that's one of the reasons. I've already been to the venue, so I've already mapped it out in my head where everything is. I just need to actually put it in a visual.
So what's actually going to be happening on the day? Like, is going to be like, obviously you're seeing different vendors and stuff like that. Like, is there going to be like displays so people go and check out different types of ant species, people selling stuff? Is there going to be content creators having their own stores? Like.
Yes. Right, so there's going to be a content creator area where like there's going to be meet and greets going on throughout the day, which is all part of like you can get a schedule sort of thing. The schedule's going to be posted everywhere, so you know who's going to be in that area, roughly what time. But it also gives them the freedom to move about the show and do whatever they want to do. There's going to be loads of vendors, not just ants, because obviously I wanted to open it up to other invert keepers and stuff. If we can draw in like other people's crowds and show them our awesome ants, it will help the hobby spread a little bit further and hopefully gain us like, yeah, you know what I mean. I feel like even when we talk to other invert keepers, when we say ants, they're kind of like hurt ants. I want it to be like as respected in the invert community as anything else. So I thought if we can mix it, you know, it just helps.
100%. I mean,
Yeah.
don't get us wrong. I mean, as harsh as this may sound, I mean, I've got a praying mantis as well. But I mean, when that praying mantis dies, like, what do you think I'm going to do with the corpse?
Yeah.
Well, it's only natural, isn't it? It's only natural.
That's what I mean. I mean, like, I can never go outside with a little spade and dig a little hole and drop it in there. Or I can off out of there.
Yeah.
Either way, the same thing's going to happen.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, 100%. So what else is happening? There's going to be a big stage where we're going to have guest speakers. I can't say who it is at the minute because of the privacy things and things like that. But I'm going to say it's someone a lot smarter than me.
Who, Callum?
Right, someone probably smarter than all of us put together is going to
Who, me?
doing a talk.
Me?
Yes, you. There you go.
BigRoss got a free ticket out of a FDB, like.
We've got some really interesting guest speakers lined up, you know what I mean, that sort of thing.
All right, nice one.
Yeah, we've got some other things that I am planning which haven't been guaranteed yet. I'm kind of hoping to have like a few, like you say, displays going on and stuff like that, but it all depends on how we can transport them to the location, because that's obviously the hard part with ants.
No, like, I see, like, I was thinking
there's going to be
like your stage here. Sorry, mate.
Sorry. There's going to be loads and loads of different ants, obviously, for sale. So there is going to be loads of stuff to look at. What else was I going to say? There's going to be, I'm going to be doing one of these streams live there, so I can interview random people whilst we're walking about. It'll, just get to know everyone and show them what it's about, have a bit of fun. There's a few other things happening. There's food vans turning up.
Now we're talking. What you saying?
Yeah. Had to get some food vans. We've got raffles being provided by Best Ants UK and possibly some other vendors as well, which can't make it, are possibly offering like something towards raffles as well. So there's loads of prizes to win. Every ticket
for like online stores and stuff like that.
Pardon? Say that again.
So say like just like you said, like Best Ants UK and like other stores, like other stores that like can't turn up. So like online like gift cards, like things that are like vouchers kind of things, like like just say maybe £10-20 for like this website, £10-20 for that website kind of thing.
What Best Ants UK is offering is 3 different prizes, each of them being a nest and outworld. And I'm not sure if the ants were included as well, but it's the full setup 3 times.
Now I will actually give big props to Best Ants UK. I have one of their setups that came with ants as well, and I think it's absolutely incredible. Like straight up, like to the point, absolutely incredible. I got the small nest with the outworld and rubra. That's my second rubra colony, and I think I hydrate it maybe once every 3-4 weeks. Literally, the hydration sticks in it for ages. They seem to be doing really good. I'll actually bring it over. They're actually loose.
Yeah, they are really good, actually. I do like the quality of Best Ants.
So
everyone always said it is quite expensive, but you pay for quality, pay for what you get.
And the day, like people who complain about money and stuff like that, saying you pay this, you pay that. You get what you pay for. If you pay a £5 for something, you're gonna get something worth a £5. If you pay 30 quid for something, you get 30. You pay 300, you're gonna get 300. Do you know what I mean? You get what you pay for. But like that's a little setup I've got for them. So obviously that back end there, I just blocked that with blue tack.
Yeah, I've got one of them.
Yeah,
I'm literally not gonna lie. I mean, like, obviously, I'm sponsored with a High Tech Ants, and I do all his colour, obviously, as you can see in the background. But I'll always be honest with everything I do, like content wise, like on my channel stuff. It's always about like my story, my life, my opinions, my reviews. So, I mean, like I might say, "Oh, this is good." Someone else will say that's bad. At the end of the day, everyone has their own opinion. I'll always do what I have to say. And like I say, I'm with the High Tech Ants, but I literally couldn't pick a single thing wrong. I can't choose a single fault with this Best Ants setup. It's absolutely amazing. Like I say, humidity wise, incredible. I haven't even, since I did that unboxing video a good few months back now, I haven't cleaned the outworld once. I mean, it's doing good. Bring the camera down to a better position, maybe so you can see obviously the outworld's here, which I've just got some Tracy's new sugar snaps in. Heading about that way through the tube. I mean, you get all these different connection ports, not just the clips. You got the thicker
they are
cable,
great for
the thicker tubing to go on top of the thinner tubing on both ends. You get a very small test tube, which actually goes on the back end here, which I decided to take off and block with tape. But if I can pull this over to maybe try and show you in a better way. It's so hard looking at the screen and trying to look at this because like I move left and it goes right. Oh, this is so awkward, honestly.
The only thing I'd say about Best Dance UK is like I love all this stuff. I love all the nests and everything else. I just wish they'd make their own art worlds. Obviously, they buy the art worlds and then modify them. But I'd wish they'd make them, like other companies do. But yeah, end of the day, the nests are brilliant. They're really good. No problems at all. They're great and they're a great company. That's just one little thing that, if, for me, would make it like 100%. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
the nest, like I said, mate, is it's top quality. Like I say, that little small one there, you got the small like inner chamber where most of the brood, the queen, and most of the workers only are. Then on the outer sections where they tend to like change every now and then. But the humidity wise, mate, I barely ever touch it. Barely. Like I say, I think Charlie has one also, and Charlie said the same with his. Yeah, and boy, I think it was, and I was watering it maybe every day. I did it with mine, and boy, I was watering mine every single day, and it was just too much of a pain, too much of a hassle. I got this Best Dance one, and like I say, top quality kit, can't fault it at all.
Brilliant.
I mean, obviously, I'm partnered with High Tech Ants. You know what I mean? So obviously, for me to say that about another company is obviously a bit of a blow kind of thing. But obviously, it's not about me. I know Steve's a good guy, and Steve won't take no offense from it, nothing at all. Honestly, Best Dance UK, great kid.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, definitely. I'll just. I mean, I've got quite a lot of Best Dance UK stuff, and it's all, like you say, great quality. But yeah, so there's going to be loads of stuff given away via raffle at the exhibition by him. Oh, and every ticket gets a free gift as well. So if you buy your ticket, if you get a free ticket, you don't get a gift. But if you buy a ticket, yeah. So basically, vendors don't get gifts. And content creators.
Good job.
So you don't get one, KB, is my point. But yeah, there's loads of free gifts and like more stuff, and it's going to be a great event all round. It's going to be super cool. I can't wait.
Right. So like you were saying, you're choosing like specific areas for like certain things. So like a content creator location, a vendor location, display, maybe food, raffle, purchase. Like be sweet, mate.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Oh, I'm gutted on my gun, you know.
Yeah, well, like you say, next year's gonna be even bigger. Like I've already started thinking ahead, as I always do, and it's gonna be even bigger next year, I think.
Oh, well, mate, obviously the first one's obviously just getting your foot in the door. Hopefully this all goes well. If it goes well, you'll have the same people return, plus maybe some new faces. If that's the case, then you know you've done it right.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I've made some brilliant contacts already. People which have wanted to support the show and just help me like get it off the ground in any way that I need, basically. So yeah, it's been really great.
Oh, class! Good job. Good job.
Yeah. I have got a few more things to go through. So I think I mentioned it. I've mentioned it to a few people about this other website that's come up. I go about this tactfully, but I just thought I'd mention it whilst there's loads of people in the stream. Now's probably the best time for me to go about it.
Yeah. Right.
So when I was last streaming on Sunday, it was brought to my attention that a new website's been set up called Ants Rock. Not ants on a rock, but Ants Rock. They're claiming a few wild claims, basically accusing me of a few things. I don't feel like I have to justify myself to these claims. Like, you all know who I am, you know how long I've been about, so on and so forth. But I just wanted to make it clear that that website is nothing to do with me. I wouldn't recommend using it. If you're looking for me, make sure it's got the right logo, Ants on a Rock, and you're not using Ants Rock, because it's nothing to do with me. That's all I wanted to make clear, basically. I don't want any confusion, because that's how it came about on the last stream, was someone was looking for my website and came across this. So just so everyone knows, I am Ants on a Rock, not Ants Rock.
I thought you told me they had a good logo. Oh, God, I've got a bad throat. I shouldn't laugh. Oh, God. No, I mean, there's obviously I started my channel through the game and stuff. I kind of had the same, obviously not like on a high level, but I kind of had like the same kind of like trouble. A friend of mine made a logo for me. Obviously, you can all see like my logo, the B and R. It's a backwards capital B with the forward R. Then obviously, then you have to write them. Well, before it used to be the capital letter B was red and the forward R was white. That was my old logo with the writing underneath. And another guy actually made a logo the same with a backwards red B with the forwards white R, but he didn't have like the writing underneath and nothing out. It was just that part. And I remember he added us on Steam. So obviously, for those who don't know, Steam is an online platform for people who game on PC where you add friends, buy games, stuff like that. So anyways, this guy added me on there and he started messaging me saying that I stole his logo. I'm like, mate, how can I steal your logo? You've cropped my logo from your logo. And honestly, it went on for like maybe 3 or 4 weeks until the guy got bored, but I know what you mean, mate. It's crazy. Some weirdos out there, mate, they're just bored and they've got nothing else to do all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too bothered about the logo and stuff like that. It's more the claims against me.
Yeah, and
like,
I get you.
Like it sort of blackens my name.
What, so are they actually like going forward, like trying to like get you into trouble kind of vibe?
I'm not sure how. Yeah, it's coming up in the chat right now. Yeah,
They've copied Tom doing no prices. Oh, the IKEA told the screwed into them. I was thinking about getting the HCA in there for my Ruba, but best answers look maybe better. Both great quality. I wouldn't even try to compare the pair of them together. They're both great quality. Has anyone used anti-SQS? Blah blah blah. Talk use subscription boxes. Who are they? Just copied Tom doing low prices. Not that they are original concept company. Now it is, mate. Fuck them. They let it worry you. You do you, and just honestly, mate. They need, no, honestly. If they're doing their thing, let them do their thing. As long as you do you and you do your thing, everyone knows you, mate. Everyone in the Antkeeping community knows you from the UK. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Do you
as long as everyone knows that you're separate to that company, it don't matter, does it? Because
you're not claiming to be them, and they're not claiming to be you. So there's no issue. There's just a little bitch about the name is being familiar. That's all that is.
Well, yeah. There's
it's like someone else. It's like Callum Gann making his name saying, like me putting CB Ross, CB Ants for Call B Ants. You know what I mean? Like him putting B Ross or whatever. Like it's just a similarity. Let them let them do their own thing, mate. As long as you do your own thing, it's all happy days.
Yeah, that's
Kieran. Shout out to Kieran in the chat. Hey. You got me to get a spider him, the little bastard. And he went, I mean, my lass is gonna batter us.
Cheers, Kieran.
What else have we got going on?
Love KB Mob. I'll take that back. I hope you have a shit day and hope the rest of your week's crap. What was that giggle there? who did that there? Was that Tom? All I see was you look at me, my friend.
That was Tom.
That was Tom.
Oh dear. I was just looking at my notebook.
Oh God, he's laughing at his notebook.
Oh God. Yeah,
my notebook is like, I need a new one. I've pretty much filled it. That's like 500 odd pages and it's pretty much done in like a month and a half.
Is it okay if I take a toilet break? I'm pretty sure I got wrong last time.
I need to know. Big time.
Yeah, I've
drank 4 pint pins, mate. I need a leak, like, right. Right, bring it back, mate.
At least he's not doing it right there. Bless him. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. But yeah, this has been a good fun stream, hasn't it, everyone? Thank you for continuing to watch and support the stream in the way that you are. Feel free to send in some questions or anything, little challenges for them. Don't tell them I'm saying this. Like, just get them to do some wild stuff. I don't know. Have some fun. They don't know. Oh, no. They're coming back. Shh, shh. Don't say anything. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Should we have a look at Big Ross's setup? Oh, we can't see him yet. He's put his chair in the wrong place. What is ASMR? I have no idea what. Like, I keep seeing all these like different doodads and whatnot, like letters put together. I have no idea what letters mean. Like, you gotta speak proper words to me, and I probably still don't know what we're talking about half the time. But that's just me, you know. You know how it is. God, these amateurs can't even hold it for a whole stream. Oh, KB's coming back. Welcome back, KB.
Hello, you're right.
Yeah, man. I was just saying, amateurs can't even hold it for a whole stream.
No, I think Cole's gone for a tom tit.
Well, apparently you have. There's all sorts of requests coming in. It's like when people do a whisper. In,
I like turtles.
There's oddly satisfied. Okay, who can do the It's like sound effects. Who can do the best ant sound effects?
Ants don't really make sounds.
Cheap. That's kind of.
It's not a fucking baby chick, is it?
No.
Callum, you tell me you can do the best ant impression ever.
I don't know what you're about. I don't know what you're
How I made Dave? Gives your best ant impression.
That's pretty much it. Just kind of that's my ant impression. I don't know. There's some that tap actually. Well, oh yeah, there is some that tap. Thank you, Karen, pointing out. Campanotis do use their feet to tap and make sounds, and in fact, they do communicate. Ants do communicate by sounds. It's been recorded on a microscopic level that different ants make different sounds. The queens make different sounds. The larvae make different sounds, and queens from different species and different genuses sound different as well.
Isn't it? Have I done 4 beers?
What ant would you be if you were an ant? Oh, well, that was actually a question which I didn't ask earlier because I thought that was a bit crazy. But if you're going to be an ant, what species of ant would you want to be?
Which ant lives the longest?
Fair. Lasius Niger queens have lived up to 30 years in sort of
I'm all about that. I'm English anyway, so that'll do me.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, probably. I'll go Lactius flavus, just to be different.
I'll just sit here and just give birth for 30 years non-stop. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be up for that. All right, hang on. Would you rather be a queen, a worker, a soldier, like a major, or what would you rather be? What caste of ant would you want to be?
Queen.
Probably a soldier. Major.
Yeah, I think I'd just be a normal worker. Get the job done, innit? I like working. What is the weirdest object in your room? Thank you, Ant Warrior. So, and
The weirdest object in my room.
everything in here is weird.
Oh, you like if you like it.
Can you count yourself?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's
I don't
kind of
know.
weird, but you've got
It's an ant.
kids.
It's an ant.
Tell you what.
I got.
That's cool, that.
We've all got kids stuff. Well, I have.
Don't ask what I do with this. That's all I'm saying. Do not ask what I do with this.
Yeah.
Right?
I think we all know what you do with that.
No, no, mate. It's the band. It's not mine. But yeah, it's a weird object that's in my room. I shouldn't be. Yeah.
I'm going to say, why is it in your loft?
Because she can't walk yet.
I'm sure. Surely you're not carrying it up to your loft.
No, mate. She can't walk yet. Shut up.
Oh, dear. So that's for you to use until she starts needing it. Yeah.
That's rank, there is.
Yeah, mate. It is what it is. Like I said, yeah, $20. You know what I mean? Got to make that money.
Oh dear. You just take it out to the street corner with you occasionally, don't you?
I have a cul-de-sac, mate. Honestly, it's easy. I've got the same spot every night.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard.
Nah.
Oh dear. Oh, so, right. The other day I was moving. I've got a couple of Lasius niger colonies that were from last year's nuptial flights. And I was moving one of them into a new test tube. Normally takes absolutely ages, as you know, with nigers. Straight away, they started moving. I put them in the tubs and tubes, new one, old one, in the box together. You know how it is. Uncovered the old one, and there must have been between 50 to 100 workers. And bear in mind, this is from nuptial flight. Yeah. Yeah. And I was just like, whoa. And I haven't been like power feeding them or anything. Just blown my mind how many workers there were. Really.
This is my tubs and tubes setup from May. This is my first queen. I got she came with 4 or 5 workers, if I remember correctly. I'm keeping these because obviously the specialists be first ones, but if I can bring the camera down into a good position without dropping it. That's my tubs and tubes setup.
Nice.
Again, shout out the ant lady with the strawberry lemonade. But look the brood on that.
Nice.
I don't know if I can get the focus or not, but it was a massive larvae pile not too long ago, and now it's just like a crazy amount of people.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I was actually recording earlier when I was doing the unboxing, and during the unboxing, spoiler alert, I actually filled up some feeders, gives them the new sugars from the ant lady to a few of the ant species that I have, and the fastest ones out of every ant species that I've got that took to it was actually the Lasius niger. It was only 3, maybe 4 ants went to it. But I mean, like me Rabida, Rugran, all the ones I put it in, none bothered at all in the slightest. Sorry. But like I say, I pulled the tube up actually because I used my other hand to get a good angle.
Yeah, look at that. Doing really well.
Absolutely. So that was my first ever ant colony back in, I think it was 8th of May or something like that. 4 workers she came with. Yep, they're doing really well. Wow. Like,
yeah, really, really well. To go from that as well, yeah.
Well I just wish I could zoom my camera in, but obviously it is what it is. It's a 4K webcam as well. There's probably a setting somewhere that I can do something, but like I say, mate, I haven't got a clue. But you can see there's a cricket there that's been absolutely emptied out. And these are doing really well. These are my first ever ants.
Amazing. So I love looking at all of them. I was liking the keyboard changing colours.
I think you're on crack or something.
Mate, didn't start, I tell you. And someone said something about tar heel nests, I believe.
Yeah, where was that?
It was on about the Ant HQ, saying that they look like, the ones that they sell, saying that they look like the Tar Heel ones.
I've got a tar heel one. Yeah, I've got the mini here for which I can show as well.
Yeah, I loved mini hearse.
Now this is actually I put a small last year's colony in, but this colony that was in here was one of the ant colonies that I caught during flights last year. The queen was on her back like 3 or 4 times on top of the hydration chamber here. Ended up dying, I'm guessing. 3 or 4 times she was on her back, and then the next time she was at this side on her back near the front and wasn't moving. Took the gas at the front because obviously it's magnetic. This just slides off on the front here, as you can see. I slid that off, and yeah, she was dead. So I didn't want to do the workers. Obviously, at the moment, I've still been putting food in for them. So the workers are there. They've just got no queen. But I think there's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 workers I can count. That's in there. But I mean, you've got a port on the side here, magnetic connections. Same on the back side, that side, sorry. On the back here, there's a port you have for the nest mate. It's like a tube that comes in. You have the little bit mesh on the end for water. Now, when I first got this, I set it up. I did put the water into the tube. It seemed fine. And then when I first moved this last year's colony in, I put a little bit more water in. 2 seconds later, the water actually flooded through the tube that they had gave us. It's like a very thin silicone tube, and it had actually flooded through the mesh and drowned the nest. All the ants ended up hiding on top of the hydration chamber here. So I grabbed the nest, obviously, like moved it around, tried to spread the water around. Obviously, it eventually soaked in. I mean, that was quite a while ago now, so obviously that has no effect towards why the queen died.
I think there's a special way of filling that up in there so that it doesn't flood the nest. I know a lot of people have that problem with them nests because obviously if you don't do it a certain way, then it just goes into the nest and just floods it.
See, I think there was about maybe that much water in the tube, and I probably put about, you see, maybe halfway, say maybe added about that much water in the tube. It's a very, very thin tube, as you can see, like by the 3D print. That's what blocks the hole. It's a very, very thin tube. I put like a tiny bit in, and I was sitting watching them, and they were fine, and all of a sudden it just went and just literally just exploded, and the entire thing just leaked in, and I was like, nah, fuck's sake. But I like it. It actually is. It's very nice. It's different. It's unique. Obviously you've got this. How do you pronounce it? Is it stalaculites? Like the hanging down, like like the spiky sections. So I'll just take this off because there's no answer anyways.
Yeah, I do love the way they look. Like they're amazingly well designed. You know.
Like, see, I like it, but now I've got this open. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to move into here. Like I say, obviously the queen died. She was on her back 3 or 4 times, tipped her over. She kept going on her back. Eventually she stopped moving, so she's died. I took her out. But now it's like, what do I do? What do I put in? I've got Rabida and a 3 nest chamber. I could possibly do with moving my Mesobarbarus into there. I don't know. I generally don't know what I could do with this. I don't know what species I could get or what species I could put in here. Now, I know a lot of people have recommended honeypots. I'm not going to go for honeypots for the simple fact of I don't think I'm that experienced yet.
So I've got European honeypots, and they're easy as pie.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I'm going to get some of them as well, I think. European.
See, I mentioned it's the same way with leaf cutters. Obviously, everyone says leaf cutters is like the best ants on my list, blah, blah. Don't get us wrong. I do want to get leaf cutters. I do want to get leaf cutters at one point because it's so fascinating to watch, blah, blah. Obviously, you all know the crack. I would like to have like a nest on one side, output on the other side, have them like go along with hard tubing. I don't want to do soft tubing. I'll do hard tubing so I can get the proper straights going around and stuff. Maybe follow it across the wall. So what I was thinking is maybe to say something about in the far corner, bring it across this wall to the other side of my desk. Obviously, I've had loads of thoughts. Like I'm probably the same as all you. I've had loads of thoughts, loads of opinions on what you want to do in with your ant rooms and stuff. I do want to get them at some point, but I don't want to dabble into something too good that I'm going to be too inexperienced for to cause a death, either be waste of money or just say, for example, I got sponsored by a retailer who gives us some. I mean, just say, for an example, Tracy, she did it when I first started. The first sponsor she gave us Flavis and Cataclysmicide Barrica. I overhydrated the nest. That's how I think they died. Anyways, I got the Cataclysmicide Barrica, maybe 8 to 10 workers. They were doing really well. Had them in a bamboo test tube with the nursery outworld, doing really fine. Every time I put food in, took it, no problem. Everything was going great. And then eventually workers slowly died off. But eggs turned to larvae. Yeah. Eggs turned to larvae. Larvae seemed to reach like a certain size and then disappeared. So I'm guessing the queen was stressed and ate it.
Yeah.
And then again, new batch of eggs. And I think it happened maybe three or four times. We had like a new batch of eggs that then went to larvae, and then it got to a certain larger size, and then all of a sudden it was disappearing. And I spoke with Tracy about it, and I showed her pictures and that loads of times, and Tracy suggested that I was overhydrating the nest too much. And like I say, at the time, obviously at the time I was new and keeping that. I had literally just started maybe a month or so, so that was my first like exotic, you could call it. I mean, that was my first like harder to maintain species, and in my opinion, I made mistakes. I made a mess of it, and I lost out. All workers ended up dying out, and I was left with the queen, who laid actually another 2 times after all workers died. She lasted a good while. She laid another 2 more times, and it was the same every time. It always seemed to be once the larvae got to a certain stage.
Yeah,
died.
Tasty.
Yeah, but it was weird because I was putting a cotton ball in the outworld regularly with sugars, and I was dropping pre-crushed fruit flies in all the time. They were always out grabbing fruit flies, taking them in. They were always taking every bit of food I give them and then dumping like leftover garbage. So the only thing I could think is, like Tracy says, is that I overhydrated the nest too much. So, like I say, it's all a learning curve. Do you know what I mean? I was new to the and keeping stuff at the time, so I'll probably take that on me. That was probably my fault.
It's one of them things you learn, like you live and learn. I've made plenty of mistakes, you know, especially with overhydrating and things like that. It's so easily done.
Yeah, 100%, mate.
Yeah.
I'm just really curious what to put in here. Like I say, it's a nice nest. I really do like the look of it. Obviously, it's unique in that. You know what I mean? I just need to decide what to do with it. That's all.
Yeah, like I said, I've got my European honeypot, exactly the same thing, mini hearth, and they're doing really well.
Oh, nice. I'll send us a link for them, or like the name or whatever. I want to look at them properly, because I would like to get something like different. I would like something like that, but if I'm not experienced enough, I don't want to go ahead and jump into it, because I don't want to be.
They're not
in over my head kind of thing.
They don't need heating or anything really. They just they're okay because they're European, you know.
All right, cool.
Fairly easy.
Yeah,
I'll send you a link from.
I appreciate it. I mean, thank you.
I'm just looking back in the comments here from Skylar Jones. Says I use Ants Canada mainly. Now, have you ever used the Ants Canada kit? I actually haven't yet.
Who, me?
Well, no, right. Sorry, I haven't used some of it. I haven't used the nests. I've used the tower and I've used the big outworld thing, but I've never used the nests yet.
I have looked at it, but I haven't used anything. I think it looks about £100, maybe £300 for like a frigging thing that small. I haven't touched none of his stuff, mate. Don't get us wrong, first stuff I did look at, because obviously he's a big YouTuber, big content creator. First person I'll probably look into, but nah.
Yeah. That was pretty much why I didn't go ahead and buy anything, because it was just so expensive, and then you're paying for shipping and waiting for it, and you know.
I think shipping was probably the most expensive thing.
Yeah.
Well, of course,
you're paying as much in shipping as you're buying, like stock wise.
£20 for a nest, and then probably £135 for frigging shipping.
Yeah, that's it. So I was lucky. I managed to get some second hand, and the big tower thing is really cool. It's actually
Yeah,
like,
I wouldn't mind buying second hand, but I don't want to buy brand new. I don't want to put no money in the guy's pocket at all. From my own opinion.
yeah.
No, honestly, like from my own opinion, I don't want to put no money in the guy's pocket. But second hand, I would probably look into. Obviously, it was like local kind of thing, like obviously in the UK. Yeah, brand new from him. I don't want to put it. I don't want to put a single penny in his pocket.
No, that's fair enough, man. That's fair enough. Just reading the chat. I like what Carl said, but the price of the price of Ants Canada doesn't match up to the quality. Like, I have seen lots of issues with the nests and things like that in the past. The hydration system kind of gets moldy really fast and things, and it's just not as great as he makes out that they are to be. But you know what I mean? Like, without trying it personally, I'm not going to tear it to pieces.
He puts cotton underneath, doesn't he? Like he fills it the bottom section with cotton and puts
Yeah.
Like I said, don't get us wrong.
I would just put normal water underneath and like
on top of a heat cable or something.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That would probably work much better than filling it with cotton. Or even
like I said, obviously, I've always had a big interest with ants and that, you know what I mean? And once I got into watching YouTubers, he was obviously one of the first and obviously biggest YouTubers that you watched. I mean, obviously his content was top notch at one point. The quality was amazing. The builds he did was fucking absolutely incredible. And then it was almost as if he just got bored and like, he had no content and he just started doing all these stupid random videos and clickbaiting all these videos, claiming that he found a new species of ant when he basically knew he didn't. You know what I mean? But I just lost interest in him after a while. I thought his clickbait videos and these lies and the stupid experiments. I just lost interest and I left that shit. Like,
no, that's completely fair. I mean, I am gonna try and continue trying to stream for an interview one day. That would be amazing if we could get one, because you know then we could put these questions to him and he'd have the chance to defend himself. And try and change your opinion.
Like,
pardon?
I would just roast him, like.
Yeah, well, I'm a very nice person. I like to give everyone the opportunity to defend themselves.
Oh yeah, 100% a normal person. But I mean, like when you look at the likes of him, he's like such a big content creator, right? At the end of the day, for a content creator, right, you're an influencer at the same time. So this also goes in with the whole situation what's been going on recently with high-tech ants and his outworlds and his products and stuff, right? So as a content creator, right, you're an influencer. So whether you're an ant keeper yourself or bringing new viewers in or new ant keepers in, stuff like that, if they're watching your content, they enjoy your content and they see how you act and what you do and what you say, they're going to think that's acceptable. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's just say, for an example, someone's being aggressive, making content, talking loads of really harsh stuff and being unprofessional. Not saying that you have to be professional, but there's a difference of being professional and acting professional.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know what I mean? You can stand there as an adult, right, and say, right, I don't like this is that, blah, blah, blah. Resolve it in a mature way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then if you're doing it in the opposite way and you're being aggressive, you're being sarcastic and you're being a bit of a tit, do you know what I mean? There's a difference of being a professional and acting. You don't have to be a professional to act professional. It's called having respect at the end of the day, right? And then when you look at someone as big as what Ants Canada is, obviously we're all content creators, no matter how big or how small you are, we're all content creators and we all influence somebody at some point in the day, whether you have one viewer or a million viewers, you influence someone either way, right? So him being as large as what he is, you can't take it away from him. He's brought thousands, maybe even just say millions, arguably, how many people he's brought into the ant keeping hobby. People who's never even did it before in their life, they watched a few of his videos, and I guarantee you, 1,000,000% they went and bought ants. I mean, I'm close to one of them. I've always had an interest in ants. I said it to you last time, I've had an interest in ants for absolutely a long, long time. Do you know what I mean? Ask me Nana when I used to be a kid, I used to live with me Nana, asked her for an ant farm, and I tell you last time, she come home with a frigging worm farm. Remember?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I was just thinking back to that story.
So being a content creator, you influence people no matter what you do, right? Whether it's drawing pictures, keeping ants, walking dogs down the street, no matter what you do, you influence someone. Someone's going to watch your content, and because you're a YouTube content creator, you're an influencer, they're going to think whatever you do is acceptable. So whether that's your attitude, your body language, or the content that you create, someone's going to copy it, and someone's going to think that you are acceptable and your behavior is acceptable, right? So when it comes to Ants Canada, he did mint, mate. I loved his content. He did all these amazing builds. They were beautiful. Everything was absolutely amazing. Do you know what I mean? Then all of a sudden, it was like he got bored, or he lost ideas for content or something like that. And he starts clickbaiting all his videos. He starts lying in his videos. I mean, look, these, is it Carabara Diversa, however you pronounce it? Videos that I made amazing. His Golden Army and that way, and then he had the builds where he had the floating mountains made amazing. Next thing you know, he's doing videos of an ant blacked out on the thumbnail saying, "Oh, we discovered a new species." He knows fine well what species lived in that area he moved to, and he knew for a fact that didn't live there. That guy's bored, he's lost interest, or he's just run out of content. Either way, he's lied. Do you know what I mean? And doing stuff like that, it's just clickbaiting and it's lies. And then he turns around and does a video where he adds so many different colonies to the same outworld, like the same arena. Everybody knows they're going to fight. Do you know what I mean? If it's not a species of ants that live together or can go together, at the end of the day, they're all going to end up fighting. They're all going to end up killing each other. Everybody knew that, and that's where all the controversy came from. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree.
Him bringing in new faces. Him bringing in new faces and being as big as what he is, he's influencing this many people to think that that's acceptable, where it's not. How many people do you think, right? Be serious, right? How many people do you think watched that video, what he done, right? Of adding all these different ants to the same arena. How many people do you think experimented themselves?
Yeah, that's it.
How many people do you think did that and loads of random small ant colonies died? Do you know what I mean? It's not acceptable. So as a content creator, it's not about being professional and all this malarkey and that. It's about acting professional and leaving a statement and keeping the hobby in the community as nice as what it is. I've only been here less than a year, right? And I love it. I mean, I've done the gaming stuff before I come here, and gaming stuff can be toxic, do you know what I mean? But I've never buzzed off nothing as much as what I have is when I've come to the ant keeping community. I've made loads of amazing friends. I mean, I've got used to here. These both two good-looking blokes. I've made good friends with you. Do you know what I mean? He's just had a kid. Do you know what I mean? It's amazing. I feel close to everyone, and I feel like the recent controversy, what's happened, has been the first bit of toxicity what I've experienced, and I didn't enjoy it. I just want everyone to be happy. I want everyone to have a good time, and everyone to be friendly, and let's just make the ant hobby good and that. Do you know what I mean? We don't need to have all this drama and left, right, and centre and complaining. Do you know what I mean? So I just think, as a content creator, you need to realize you're an influencer, and you're going to put an influence on loads of people, whether you're a young person, an old person, or an experienced person. At the end of the day, you're influencing someone, whether it's 1 or 100 or 1,000,000. Act professional. Doesn't matter. You don't have to be professional. Act fucking professional. I mean, I'll swear. I don't care. I'm a Geordie. I'll swear, but act it. You know what I mean? There's respect, and that's it.
Okay, I'll take a breath. Take a breath.
Mate, I'm a Geordie. We don't breathe. We don't breathe, mate.
You don't need to breathe.
But I'm telling you, what I'm saying, that is facts, so that is facts.
Yeah. Like I say, it's one of them. But like you say, I think you gotta take the responsibility and responsibility of what you're putting out content wise and how it could influence people. I think, fair enough. But we'll move on from that because we don't want to get you shouting again.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. Yeah, I apologise.
No, don't worry, man. It's completely understandable and fine. And it's past the watershed as such. So I say for like the first hour, we try and keep it as professional as we can. But when we get into the chat show, you can swear, do what you want.
No, I just mean professional as in respect-wise, in manner.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I mean,
I'm
don't
just
get wrong.
going to move my
Swear,
camera over to the tank a second.
Yeah.
In other words, he's fed up of talking to you.
No. Goodbye, Tom.
Oh. Hang on. Got to turn that. Oh. What's going on there? There. That's a bit gooder. Kind of. There was a crab out a minute ago, so I just thought I'd wait and see if he comes running
What
past.
is that a crab that's got like the giant claw, and it's got like the normal one? Is that what you've got?
No.
Oh, right,
all
sorry,
of mine
I'm
have
thinking of the wrong
sort of
thing.
like the same size claws.
I'm
Both
thinking
sides.
of the wrong thing. I'm thinking of some crab that's got a giant arm and a small arm.
There is crabs like that. I have a friend like that as well, actually.
What the hell, man?
But yeah, there is crabs like that, and they kind of have like one big crushy claw, and the other one's just there, like useless or whatever.
You liar! You've seen the camera so you can smoke.
Respect for the hobby itself. Just reading these.
Yeah, I'm not in the comments myself now, mate. Because look, let me speak to someone who's talking. He swears, saying act professional. I mean, that's fine. Everyone swears, but you can't say you don't swear. Like I says, there's acting professional and being professional. No one's claiming to be professional. Just act it, have respect, and have some manner. And as being a content creator and an influencer, be a role model, because at the end of the day, that's what you're, whether you like it or not.
I'm gonna say most people swear, no matter who you are, really.
Yeah, I think
All the time, mate. All the time.
I swear, depending on my setting. My dad will whip my ass.
It's probably, that is. I guarantee that was probably an Ants Canada fan. I'm telling you.
Start an argument.
I'm telling you.
No, that's fair. Like, if your dad would kick your ass for swearing, don't swear. Like, I was really lucky, right? The whole time I lived at home with my family, if I was swearing, I'd have my mouth washed out with soap. That's just how it was. But then I moved out on my own when I was like 12. I was out in care, and then you can pretty much do what you want. So like, you learn. Like, I learned that there's times and places to swear. You know, that's pretty much how I do it.
Well, when I was young, if I swore, I got braid all over. Here I am now, effing and blinding left, right, and Joseph.
Yeah, I mean, the way I always kind of think about it is the situation that I'm in, and the sort of the impact the words could have. But as Kevin's just pointing out, it's gone 10 p.m. now, so we loosen up a bit after 10 p.m.
And I know. Let's try and kiss through the frame. Come
on. Go on, guys, if you can do that.
Callum, don't leave us hanging, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, God.
I'm not saying no.
Did he need to?
Got to be professional. Not say no.
The crab is over. Wait for him. Oh, have you seen that? Oh, I am.
Is that a tiger?
See something running about.
We got toadstools or mushrooms growing.
That's cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was looking at the movement in the background, not the freaking mushroom.
Don't know why I did that one. It's like Indiana Jones theme tune or something.
Callum, so is it only ants that you keep, or have you got like any other pets or anything like that?
Yeah, I do fish keeping as well.
Oh, right, sweet.
So aquatics.
I used to have a 4-foot tank years ago. I had like what was it, like fucking so many tropical fish. I had a terrapin in as well, and as the terrapin got bigger, it would be fish.
Yeah, I've got a 100-litre tank and then 2 30-litre tanks.
I don't know about litres. I just know it was a 4-foot tank, and I had a small.
I'm really rubbish with
50
litres.
pence coin. It was like a 50 pence coin when I got it. Called him Teddy, and fish disappeared, and he got bigger.
Right, you two, I'm probably going to have to nip off soon and do daddy duties. So
Yeah, no worries, man. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, KB.
cheers for having me on. It's been fun. It's been really
you've been
fun.
a star,
And
mate.
good
You
crack on
really
me,
have.
mate.
Yeah.
Go enjoy your rest. I'm gonna have to probably bounce off in a minute myself, anyways, bro.
Right.
No problem at all. No
Right, I'll
problem.
speak to you both again soon.
Right, see you later, Callum, mate. What's you doing, brother?
See you later.
Ta-ra, mate.
There we go.
Just the two of us.
We can make it if we try.
Now, mate, actually, I'm probably going to follow Leeds and do the same, mate. It's
Yeah.
11:10. I need to finish editing this video and I need to get it up before midnight. So I'm going to crack on myself as well, bro.
That's absolutely fine, buddy. I'm just put myself back on camera for a minute and
Oh, what a good-looking man you are.
no, don't say that.
You are.
I'm getting old.
Hey, no, man.
I've lost all my muscles. I'm losing my hair. I've lost like 2 stone in weight. I was so ill like over the last month. I've literally lost about 2 stone.
Are you?
Yeah, and it's like it's just destroyed me. So now I've had to start doubling my training regime and eating more, and it's just killing me trying to get back to where I should be, you know.
Ah, bloody hell, man.
You know how it is. But yeah, I'll let you shoot on, man. Thank you very much for coming
like I
on
say, mate,
tonight. You've been
sorry for cutting it
absolute
short. Like I say, I've got to finish editing this video before midnight. I've got like 40 minutes to do it, or whatever, 50 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna crack on. But I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the invite. Thank you for having us on, yeah, and everybody who's watched tonight. Thank you all. Appreciate you all, and enjoy the rest of your stream.
See you later, buddy. Thank you.
Right. See you later, brother.
There we go. Back on me, kind of. Up. There. Don't. Why are we drifting? Hang on, we're drifting. There, we're back. Kind of. Oh my God. What's going on? There. That was weird, wasn't it? I was on the move then. Well, that was a really great interview with those 2 guys. They're absolutely amazing guys. BigRoss has a channel. He does do ant stuff. He does gaming stuff. He's sort of a variety streamer. Check him out. He's on Twitch and YouTube under BigRoss. He's an absolute legend. Really nice guy as well. And obviously, we all know KB. If you haven't checked out KB's channel before, check it out. It's KB Ants on YouTube. He's also on Instagram and I think he's on Facebook and I think Instagram. So yeah, that is it for tonight. We're going to call it the end of the show. Thank you all so much for joining for another show, sticking around for hours and hours of chatting and great ant fun. I hope you've enjoyed tonight. I hope you enjoyed the games and our guests. I hope I've covered some good subjects for you as well. We have interviewed both of them before, so I thought it wasn't worth sticking with the normal questions. We kind of thought outside the box on that one a little bit. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out the exhibition. If you haven't got your ticket, go grab your ticket. If you use the code, it's only a tenner, so that's cheap as chips at the minute. The code is littered all about. Send me a message if you can't find it. We're going to go over the Discord in a minute, and I'm going to pick the winners of the Discord competition, which has been running. So if you're on Discord, we'll be doing that in a minute. And I'm sure there's other stuff that I meant to be saying, but I can't remember. Ants UK, if you've got £2 spare, that's one of the things I was going to say. Go on Facebook. We've got a raffle giveaway thing. You buy a number for £2, and the prize is 2 tickets. So you know what I mean. Like you can come with someone, your parent or whoever needs to come. You know what I mean? And it would only cost you £2. So it's worth a little punt at. We're going to draw that when all the tickets are sold. It's about halfway done at the minute, maybe a third of the way done also. So buy a couple of those numbers. It's £2. If you've got £2 in your pocket, you know, it's worth having a go. You got to be in it to win it, as they say. Dad won't let you gamble. That's fair enough. But yeah, it's there if anyone else wants to have a little go. If anyone's interested in coming to the show, just give me a message. You know where I am. Give me a message if you want to get a hold of me. Yeah. Oh yeah, and if you want to get on the picnic table show, there's also the form on the website. And check out the website because there's loads of stuff going on the website all the time. It's always evolving. You know me, I never stop. But I'm going to shut up now because I could sit here all night and just chat and chat and chat. You know what I'm like. But we may as well call it a night. So I love you all. Thank you so much for joining for another show. Don't forget to sign in on Sunday. We've got another great show planned for you. Some more great games, some more amazing guests, and so on and so forth. How much do we have to fill in on the form? As much or as little as you want, Ant Warrior. There's different sections on the form, like if you want to be interviewed or if you just want to be involved in the game. And then there's like a section where you can tell me about yourself. So if you're being interviewed, it just gives me a brief rundown of a few things. Then it saves me having to do so much research, because before every interview, I tend to do quite a bit of research into that person, what's going on, and so on and so forth to give you good content. So yeah, it just kind of helps me out a little bit. But you don't have to fill out all of it, I don't think. I don't think any of the questions are mandatory. Maybe one of the questions is mandatory. I don't know. Check it out. I'd hope to be able to make it, but I don't know with work and family. If I can't make it, it goes really well. Thank you very much, Kieran. That's really kind words of you. Skylar Jones, absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. Yeah, I obviously, like I said, I can't wait for the show. It's going to be a great show. We got so many cool vendors coming, so many cool content creators, so many other things going on that I've worked really hard to get sorted. You know what I mean? I feel like it's all coming together and I'm super excited about it. So I hope you are too. But right, I'm going to leave you to it because, like I say, I could chat all night. I love you all so much. A massive thank you to the sponsors of the show, Ants Are Us, for supporting the ongoing streams of the Picnic Table Chat Show. Thank you to my Patreon supporters, Kevin Rogerson, Jason Walker, and Andy Matters. And as always from me, I'll see you again soon, Ant fans. Thank you for signing in. See you later.